All right. Good evening. Happy Wednesday. It's going to
Happy
feel,
Hump Day!
yeah, it's Hump Day, and Hump Day is Pathfinder Day because, I don't know, those things aren't related, but maybe they should be. Um, we're back with some more Curse of the Crimson Throne. We are excited to run this first session on our new night for at least, I don't know, the next few months. We'll see how things go. But yeah, let's talk about what happened last week. So you guys got yourselves into the sewers and infiltrated. Well, that might be too strong of a word. You infiltrated the were-at den and found the violent were-at warlord guy known as Gearigs. But that's jumping ahead a few steps. So Sin thought it would be a great idea to levitate and float himself into the were-at den and bring some doses of shiver along in case he got caught, and he did. So he made sure to really sell the were-rats on the benefits and and perks that shiver can provide, and he managed to convince them to take a free sample and try it out for themselves so that they could know that it was safe to give to their boss potentially. One of them fell asleep. The other two felt very emboldened, so much so that when Sin was brought back to see Gearigs, he was unafraid of his boss, and Gearigs punished him for it as he killed him where he stood for allowing the intrusion to occur in the first place. This eventually led to a fight breaking out, and you guys managed to surround Gearigs and beat him, just straight up beat him to death. Why not? Just kill the man. And you also satisfied the other request from Ares, who had asked you to go in there in the first place. Other than the one were-at that Gearigs killed, nobody else was harmed. And you guys collected the loot from inside the rat den. You guys picked up some nice things, including a couple sets of armor, a whole bunch of weapons, some potions, a lot of interesting items. And you then left the sewers,
Before you
returning.
do that, just as a reminder, why was nobody else harmed?
Well, none of the
Guns.
none of the dire rats were harmed because of the fascination techniques displayed by Sarah as she created a flute for herself and began playing, and she captivated the tiny little brains of the dire rats and got them to sit still. The other were rats were really just not part of the fight, essentially. But that didn't matter because once Gearigs was put down, they picked up and left. They allowed you time to clear the place of loot, as I said earlier, and you then left the sewers, returning to the city streets, where you encountered the same shadowy figure that had been present first when you guys faced off with the imps, getting the help of the house drakes in the sort of the streets of Corvosa. And then later on off in the distance, he was present at what would have been the execution of Vondilla. But yeah, so he handed you a flyer that advertised a product known as Lavender's Luxurient Liniment. Such a tongue twister. This product is said to do many things, but most importantly among them, it claims that it can cure blood veil. So that's where we left off. I know we have a whole bunch of new items and probably some inventory management to take care of. So I figure let's do that first. Anyone who needs to kind of just like drop off items or put them on the beasts of burden that you've purchased, or if there's anything that you want me to sell, just let me know and I'll like make a note of it and we'll take care of that off screen.
Sounds
I
good.
did that.
At some point, Sarah is
cheap.
going to go drop some things off at her parents' house. I will determine that in a bit.
So you're just all gonna see Reef tying a bunch of new daggers and short swords and various other implements to his giant rope of murder. And you're gonna notice that the next time we get into a fight, he's just gonna start hurling all these weapons at people.
As he should. As he should.
And he's gonna be really proud of the fact that he can just pull them all back to him. Other than that, look for other drugs to get addicted to besides Shiver so I can put it in my rotation so I don't get addicted to Shiver.
I will hook you up. I know all the best drugs. Trust me.
Got you. Alright, then we set.
You do be Gucci.
Gucci.
Any other bits that need to be taken care of, or are we good?
Do we plan on fighting anytime soon?
Some restola.
I don't know. Sarah might want to fight you for asking that question.
Let's go.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Throwing hands.
It's like you never say the Q word. Always assume that there will be a fight.
There's a question.
point.
I got a question.
What's your question?
Is there anything I need for Paul or Fiona? Is there anything I can use to help protect them a little bit better so they don't just get offed and then we have to herkin carry everything?
Forgot
We
who
could
passes during
buy
this
a
ball.
we could buy an immortality scroll if we want. Probably can't be that much.
Honestly, if we make anything immortal, I want it to be Paul. That's in character.
Paul's precious.
Paul's precious. Paul is immortal. Paul is important. Paul is the Hoard.
Paul is love,
Paul is
Paul
the
is
Lord.
life.
Sarah is just
Paul
like, fair. No complaints. Sorry, Fiona. Sorry, Shrek. Wait, do we still have Shrek? Did Shrek die?
Shrek is alive.
Okay.
And not yet.
Whoa.
Hi.
Hi.
Have some healing, please.
I'll think about it.
Wait, don't you have we all got a potion, Reef holds his, shaking it.
Too late, I already did it.
That's true.
Wait, oh.
Oh.
Reef got really excited for half a second and went, I could have done tiny heals.
Sorry.
Awesome.
I
I can
appreciate the
stop you
effort.
from dying. Kind of.
Stop.
I'm backup heals.
Alright, that's almost good enough. Instead of asking for another spell, I'm gonna use my my wand of slow heal boy.
Oh, fast heal?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna use
I
a
just
plus
stepped on
2
my
with my
own
certain medicine
toe.
bobber.
I
Yep.
just stepped on
Yes.
my own
That's a
foot.
success.
Give me a second.
So yeah, over the next minute, you recover 10 hit points.
Let's go.
And that's good enough. Alright, I'm good. Anyone else need the heals? Or
What's the max weight I can carry?
It should say on the yeah, should say below your gear.
by the way, I've been thinking about something really hard. Remember how Vanilla said that he's kind of jealous how she has just, like a food nickname while Natalie has an actual nickname?
Ready. Yeah. Ready. I mean,
Well, I decided to change the nickname.
No.
Hey, Natalie,
What?
From this day forth, you will now be known as Nutella.
That's not a terrible nickname, Reef Ponders.
Nutella and vanilla against the world. Let's go.
It's got a little bit of a ring to it. A little bit.
Precisely. Alright, we're ready to go?
I fear the silence that I hear.
Right? Oh no. Okay.
Happy
I mean,
silence.
Nutella isn't a bad nickname. I don't know. I would think that's a pretty good one. Well, considering all the stuff we
it.
call each other, like dumbass, I'll take Nutella if you don't want it. I'd rather that than dumbass.
Nutella enters a marketing campaign with Reef on the jars.
Yes. I'm poking. Nadia, are we okay? Are you alive? Have you gone catonic? Poke.
Nutella, how many fingers am I holding up?
I think she's gone catatonic. Oh no.
If you broken Nutella, what have you done?
I'm ignoring you, son.
If you upset Nutella, how dare you?
Nutella 1, Nutella 2. I'm Nutella 2.
I don't want to be called Nutella.
But
Well,
now you and Vanilla are even, so now everyone is happy.
No.
Well, fine. How
Well-
about Nadia is Nutella A, or Nadia is Nutella 1, and Reef is Nutella A.
Why is everyone agreeing with this Nutella nickname?
Well, because you didn't necessarily say no in the beginning, and then you kind of went catatonic on us. So I started poking you, and now you finally responded after I tried to steal the nickname. So
Yes,
I don't know.
yeah,
No. You can have the nickname. I don't want it.
Reef adds a
Sorry,
nickname to his
but
board.
asking the were
I'm
rats, I
sorry, I
agree that
just
Nutella's
wanted to
nickname
hear-
is in fact Nutella.
Sarah throws her hands up and just walks away.
Oh no.
Alright, Nutella 1, Nutella A, let's go.
Reef is excitedly writing down the word Nutella and putting it in his bag and says this is now part of the Hoard.
Lord.
For a second, I'll be right back.
All right.
Chaos.
Let's see here. Okay.
Am I still encumbered?
You're not encumbered. You're on a heavy load now, but yeah,
Okay.
I took care of it.
I
And
have
I also added the sell value to your money, so you have an
Why
extra
do you have a heavy load? Just put things on the mules.
extra
That's what we have them
20,
for.
25 gold.
I think that's what she was trying to figure out. Hello.
I got 25
How do I
extra
sound?
gold. Let's go.
Yay. All right, so
So
what else did you guys want to do? If not, if there's nothing, then if you want to take a rest, I know you just spent some time
Yes.
fighting, so
yes.
maybe the next day Nadia can cure her strength damage.
Yes, I would like that.
Okay. So, all right, I'll move you guys back to Zalara's. Let's see here. Okay.
The windstorm person said about 15.
You guys
I
settle in for a night of rest. Sin recovers the hit points that had been missing.
As Sin's trying to sleep, I keep poking him and asking for a tinder twig.
I don't have any timber twigs. Relax.
Timber twig, tinder wig,
I don't have tinder wigs either.
tinder. The stick that starts fires. Give me one.
All sticks start fire.
The fancy stick fires.
A fancy stick fire. Sorry, I don't have anything called a fancy stick fire.
Tinder twig.
Ender twig. I don't have that.
Reef just throws her hand up in the air and goes, "Fucking okay, whatever. That's fine. This is okay."
Oh. Where's my moonshine? You still owe me. That's better. Peace and quiet, and then Sin goes to sleep.
Reef is literally quickly searching through his bag in the silence, just being like, did I buy more moonshine? Or did I? Oh, we never went to the bar. I need to get moonshine. I just literally just go, while you're sleeping, I'm going to try to take a tinder twig. And then I'm
Oh.
going to sleep.
Fucking dare you.
All right. Roll sleight of hand. Sin, roll perception.
I will remember this treachery. God damn it.
You might not.
No, you will
That's
not.
what you get for the. That's what you get for the.
You're none the
for the-
wiser as
Shut the fuck up, Nutella.
Nutella. I'm Nutella, and you're sleeping.
Reef swipes what he
Nutella
wants.
I want one tinder twig. And leave a note that says there was only this many the whole time, whichever amount that was left in his bag.
Ah, yes, we love a little little gaslighting alongside our theft.
Reef is going to do his best to imitate Sin's handwriting for the same note, being like, "No, it was an odd count all along."
Right. So, during the night, like I said, Sin recovers some hit points. Theo also recovers some hit points. Sarah and Nadia's strength damage that they are currently dealing with are each reduced by 1. So Sarah's now at a -1. Nadia's now at a -3. And you guys wake up on the morning of Star Day feeling rested.
Nutella A is cured.
Nutella A is cured.
Nutella 1, on the other hand, still has the -3.
You want a different nickname than Nutella?
Oh yeah, Reef did have a -1. That's now gone. So Reef is back to full
Yay.
strength.
Go.
What's the difference?
So, let's take care of spell prep. So that's going to be Nadia and I
I'm
think Sarah.
ignoring.
Oh no, Sarah's no.
everything.
Bards aren't
You wanna
prepared.
get up with spell prep? What are you talking about?
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't sure. I was like, bards are smart. They probably prepare spells, but no, they don't. So just
They're not
Nadia.
smart enough.
What does soothing word do again? Cause the 3 less than
Just know that if you want to get rid of your own strength damage, you'll need at least 1 preparation of lesser restoration.
Potentially 3 if you're really, really unlucky.
Yeah, if you're horrible on the rolls, then you'll need 3, but hopefully you'll only need 1. You have
Reef is just saying random names in a corner, kind of looking over at Nadia, being like, "Taffy, no, no, Daisy."
Essentially, you have a 50-50 chance of only needing 1 cast.
I have lesser
Whenever-
restoration prepared.
Okay.
Whenever
I'm
I
using it
just
on myself.
Just
That,
1, and there you go. All 4
yeah, you rolled
points
high enough.
recovered.
If I don't feel like saying the whole nickname Nutella, I can just call her Nutty.
Oh, God. Let's see now.
Hey, isn't this fun?
Just like that, you're down to a medium load.
Hell yeah.
Also forgot to update your AC on the overlay. Goes up by 1. Okay. So, yeah, the day is yours. What do you guys want to do?
Onwards.
I want to
What are-
investigate the trumpet and if it's connected to the queen.
Okay.
What?
What are we?
Well, Sarah took the trumpet. So
No, we were talking over Nadia, and I heard her say, "What are we?" 3 times, and then I was trying to.
oh yeah. What were you trying to say?
What are we even doing today?
Like I said, it's up to you guys. You have that flyer from the place called Lavender to maybe investigate. I'm sure there's other things you could find to do.
Flyer to
Yeah.
investigate, trumpet to investigate.
Me and
Actually-
Vandilla can go investigate the flower place.
Yes,
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm now calling you Daisy.
Okay.
You didn't like Nutella. Is that a better nickname? Recess.
Yes.
Okay. Nadia is Daisy because she wants to go to the flower place. Gotcha. I'm Nutella.
Now, by flower place, you mean you mean
The lavender.
Lavender? Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yes, I'm just being Reef.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, we can investigate the trumpet since that'll be pretty quick. Go ahead, Reef, and roll. What do you want to know about it? That'll inform me.
If
as to-
it's if the trumpets of a like old Kavarsan Kavarsan make, if it's
um,
from the current guard,
Okay.
is it anything that's denoted that it looks like it was specifically to the Queen's Guard? Is it related to the captain we have
It has
dealings with?
guidance.
Okay. You can roll knowledge local.
Yes, that's
That.
the thing I got. Boop. I know nothing.
Oh
I
no. Well, you recognize that on this trumpet there is a small pennant that has what is indeed Corvosa's coat of arms, and that's all you know.
I know everything. I would like to try.
Besides that, your takeaway is nice trumpet. Shame it's bent. All right, yeah,
Well-
go ahead, Sin.
All right, I want to know if it has any correlation to the queen in any way.
Okay, sure. Knowledge local.
Yeet.
Wow.
Yes.
So you take a very thorough look at the trumpet. You study the coat of arms just for any sort of inconsistencies or any indication of the throne. You look for excess amounts of red in the color palettes. And your takeaway is that no, this doesn't directly tie to the throne itself or any of the royalty. It may have been used by by members of the guard or perhaps the night watch, but beyond that, no very obvious ties to the queen.
Do I know anything else about?
This particular trumpet is on the older side for sure. The copper that it is made out of is definitely showing signs of age and wear. The trumpet being bent out of its typical shape only has made that worse. But yeah, that's really it. Just an old trumpet that does not tie to the queen.
I meant Nutella A. This has nothing to do with the queen. It's useless.
Fuck. Reef just throws it.
Damn.
All right, Nutella 1. Want to go to Lavender?
I bonk Sin on the head and goes, "It's Daisy or Nadia. I'm Nutella." And I'll go to the flower place. You want to buy me flowers?
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, fuck. All right, damn it.
Vandilla, you wanna come with us?
she gets up and she just says, "Sure, yeah, not busy."
All right, come along, Nutella and Vanilla.
I'm ignoring you.
You can't ignore me. I have too much power. Unlimited.
Daggers. 15 daggers are stored on Paul and Fiona. That makes me very happy. I just imagine Kim standing next to just both Paul and Fiona, putting her hands in 2 pockets and just going, hurling a bunch of fucking daggers. Sarah.
All right,
At a
let
fight where
me
got
she
you.
just run out of magic.
let me adjust the weight on those then. And I made a note.
That's me thinking Sarah's run out of magic and is just sitting there like, and remembers all the daggers and just hurts hurling them at people.
So yeah, still at a heavy weight, not encumbered anymore at least. Okay.
Yay!
So, one question I would like to ask: what time of day would you like to visit Lavender? Are you going right now in the morning? Do you want to wait till afternoon, nighttime? What do you guys want to do?
Either in the very early morning hours before most people are up and awake, or in the evening, undercover. Reef suggests.
I was just gonna ask what the flyer said.
We don't know if everyone is getting that flyer or if someone just gave it to us, so I don't want to just walk in and be like, "Hey, do you have the cure?"
Flyer.
I stuttered.
Okay, there wasn't a handout for it, but I
It's okay,
can.
Nutella A. Everyone, you tried your best.
I tried.
Wait,
I can give
guys,
you the
Sarah has
highlights of
something
the
to say.
flyer. But yeah, go ahead. I'll wait till you guys are done.
Oh, I didn't have anything to say. I clicked that accidentally.
She's very diplomatic.
Sarah diplomatically
Very demure.
1,000-yard stairs
Hey,
in
if
the room.
it's early morning, I say we go right now. No one's a morning
Yeah.
person anymore.
If it's like 4:30 in the morning before the crack of dawn, I'd be happy to roll out and get there by the sun starting to rise before people really notice who we are and what we're doing.
Sure, yeah. If you guys want to say you're up that early, then yeah, that's perfectly fine. We can do that.
Even if someone tries us, we have like 20 daggers. I don't think we're gonna be out of options.
That is true.
Sarah keeps hoarding daggers. But daggers are heavy, so Fiona gets some daggers to hold for Sarah.
Just
I don't have any problems going now.
No problems. Going, gone.
all right. I just have to
Don't
make a
get gone.
couple.
No
of
problems at all,
adjustments.
Nutella one.
Wait.
No problems at
No.
all.
All right.
Sorry, I was yelling at Panzer, who was growling outside.
Hi.
Hi, big boy.
Sorry, just making adjustments to the map based on what's going on. All right. So roll something. Okay.
So we are going to stealthily go over there and try to not be found. Was there any
And I
passwords or
know
anything
all
on
the
the
stealthy
flyer?
ways.
No, so the flyer, here, I can go through what the flyer says again. So, the flyer advertises that Lavender's Luxurient Liniment is the everyday elixir of the common Corvosan. It wakes you up in the morning and it calms you down at night. It soothes aching joints, tired feet, sore hands, and throbbing heads. It takes the pain out of cuts, burns, bruises, and blemishes. smells like chastity, confidence, and respectability, and tastes like honey dewdrops over snow clouds. Most miraculously, Lavender's luxuriant liniment dispels blisters, minimizes swelling, calms the complexion, and erases all symptoms of blood veil. That's what it says on the flyer. And you guys know that the store is located in, I believe I said it was the Midland District, but that's no, sorry, the Heights, not Midland. So on the city map, that's gonna be further north.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh well,
Oh no, it's the western
Why
part of
is
the city.
everyone quiet?
I don't know.
I was reading the flyer.
Oh.
Did what the fuck?
Sometimes we just need a.
I just went through that whole ass flyer, not realizing that my mic was muted, or not even my mic. The Discord had like messed the sound up, and my voice wasn't coming through. Anyway, so
Yeah.
what I was trying to say was that Lavender is located in the western part of the city, and I went through the whole sales pitch and everything. So here again, I'll go through what it says in the flyer. That Lavender's luxuriant liniment is the everyday elixir of the common Corvosan. It'll wake you up in the morning, calm you down at night. It'll soothe aching joints, tired feet, sore hands, and throbbing heads. Takes the pain out of cuts, burns, bruises, and blemishes. Smells like chastity, confidence, and respectability, and tastes like honey dewdrops over snow clouds. Most miraculously, Lavender's luxuriant liniment will also dispel blisters, minimize swelling, calm the complexion, and erase all symptoms of blood veil.
It sounds like bullshit.
It does sound like bullshit. But yes, there's an address in the Heights district of the city, which you know is the western part. So it's an easy enough task to make your way over there. And
There's like, I smell snake oil.
when you get there,
Sorry.
nothing wrong with that. When you get there, you find
Uh-oh.
that there's already a line of customers waiting out the door
Yeah, no shit.
who are all eager to get their hands on this miracle creation. There are also appear to be two guards, these guys here, who are, making sure that this line of very excited people doesn't bust through and get into the shop when it is outside of business hours.
Outside of business hours. What? He says and knocks on the door anyway.
So you're pushing past the crowd of people and the guards to.
I am 7 foot tall. I'm pushing past every single person until I get to the guards, and I say, "What's going on? And do you need help controlling the crowd?" Seeing if there's any of the guards that we've dealt with or helped before, and at least know that we've dealt with riots for the city before.
Okay.
Sarah is sitting here looking at the crowd and is debating whether or not to start singing about the dangers of snake oil.
I like it. Okay, so the guards, they are pretty covered up. It's a little chilly this morning. But you take a quick glance at their faces, and neither one of them seems familiar to you. You like as you said, you sort of not literally fight, but you fight your way to the front door.
Yeah, it's more of, hey, big burly dragon that's 7 foot coming through. You want to move? Go ahead. If you don't, you'll move anyway. Boop.
The guards look at each other and they just say, hey, we're not open for a few more hours.
Hey, I understand that. But it seems like you're having some crowd control issues, and I thought we could be of service, considering we've helped stop riots in the city before and saved some nobility from it, as well as kept the commoners safe. But if you want me to just tell these people that you have no problem making them stand outside and wait and not go back to their jobs or earn any money, and the fact that they won't be getting any actual cure, I could do that too. Or you could just talk to us for a little bit and tell your boss that he's got some visitors of import. One of the two. Either works for me. We can stand with the crowd, or we can talk quietly together. You choose. And then I show him the flyer.
One of the people waiting in the line sort of just yells from behind you, "What do you mean we're not going to get a cure?"
Oh, well, they're not open yet. We're all waiting, right? That's the only reason they're not getting anything currently. Right, guard? Intimidatingly so.
Okay. Roll intimidate. That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good. All right. Well, let's see here. As I realized that I had the wrong artwork for something that is overall inconsequential, but I still need to fix it. Okay, so the guard stage left here just gives Reef a little bit of a side eye and says, yeah, that's the reason. We're not open yet, and you don't need to worry about it. But you go ahead. I'll just tell you it for free. Just roll sense motive.
Okay. Big dragon boy goes, "Is this your chance?" And is gonna take a shot. And
11.
yes,
Well,
it is. Not the worst.
the
Can
one
I aid?
You were sitting there watching.
you have a different sort of vantage point, so I would say you can just roll your own check.
So Sarah is watching, because Sarah's watching this intently. Where is that motive? There it is.
19 better. Okay.
Let's go.
Let's see what he rolls on his check. Okay. So, Reef, the sense you get is that this guy is just scared of you. You tower over him. You were very menacing and intimidating. He does not want his brain splattered over some miracle treatment for Bloodvale, so he is doing his best to not get himself onto your bad side. Sarah, you on the other hand, you can tell that there's something afoot here. It's more than just the business hours that might prevent this crowd, which I know is only a few tokens here. There's a crowd of like 50 people here. Yeah. It may be more than just the business hours that could prevent these people from getting what they came here for.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see. Did you put us on the map? Because I don't see any tokens other than us.
Yeah. Did I not? Hold on. Lighting. You should be able to see the other tokens that are below you. Like you're on the top right of the map.
Not on
we
my
might-
map.
We're on an old
Oh,
map.
okay. I see. I didn't. That's on me.
That's
All
all
good.
Now you should be able to see it.
Hey, I see them. Okay.
Hey, I'm moving
No,
right here.
I see him. All right. Cool.
So I have 2 questions. Does Sarah make any motions to Reef that she's noticing things, or am I just going off of what I've perceived? Because I don't want to start responding to the scared guard or meta.
Yeah, I
Well,
guess
I
that's the
haven't-
next question. Yeah.
Well, I haven't gotten a chance to think that far ahead yet.
I didn't know. I meant like I didn't know if we were even close enough to like be able to communicate like that.
So
That's what
Sarah
I was asking.
senses something is up. So I'm gonna just step forward to the guards and be like, "So what are your business hours?"
Well, we're open in about 3 hours time, and we close around sundown.
Okay, let me try that again. What are your normal business hours? A time, not a vague answer.
8 to 6.
8 is not in 3 hours. Try again.
I'm since motivating.
You guys did say you were coming here at the ass crack of dawn, like
Yeah, we did.
4:35 in the
4:30.
morning.
So
Yeah,
she's being too specific. So she's
a little
thinking
too specific.
4:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
I
are
actually thought it was later in the day,
okay?
but sure.
What are we sensing here, Nadia?
If the guards tell the truth.
About what? The business hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's telling the truth about the business hours.
Okay. All right.
So
So-
Reef is gonna. Oh, sorry.
I'm assuming Nadia nudges me and is like, "Sorry, I can't math. 8 is in 3 hours. Ignore me. I'm a bard, not a math person." But seriously, you guys would probably need a lot of stock for this line. Your boss must have been very busy all night.
Well, yes, we work feverishly through the night to produce this stuff so we can give it to the people and get them
How
cured.
tired do they look?
The guards, roll perception.
Oh, I see where you're going.
You want me to roll perception?
As a reminder, there's not a lot visible on them. They're pretty bundled up. It is.
Yeah, but like I can also do like body language and other
Of course,
things to
yeah.
Yeah, like are they slumping against the building? Are they more alert? Are their eyes like you can see their eyes? Do they look baggy and like do they look ragged in what parts of their face you can see?
Mhm.
But Reef is just pretty much sitting there, just tapping his fingers together, letting Sarah talk, just being like, "Dragon mode, calm. Dragon mode, calm." And then looking back and forth at the guards, especially at the one that's scared of me, and just going, I don't see the harm in getting your boss and saying that he is a prospective business inquiry happening. We're not here to purchase your cure. That or it can cause you more chaos. One of the two. I'm trying to distract for Sarah while she's analyzing them.
Gotcha. So the guards, these two are kind of wearing the fatigue of the fact that they're pretty close to the end of their shift. You can very clearly tell that these are the night watch that are employed here, and they're
So I'm like, so with that in mind, I'm gonna go. Have you guys been standing guard all night? When did the line start?
a few hours ago. It's been like this for the last few days now.
And everyone who's come in has gotten this magical cure.
Well, we're a little behind, but we do the best we can.
What do you mean you're a little like? Sorry, I'm a little confused. What do you mean you're a little behind? Like,
Production.
I'm not trying to start anything. I'm just genuinely like, wait, what?
Production. It's been
We-
difficult to keep up.
You know what? I can understand that. Well, good luck keeping the crowd calm. I know that can be hard, and thank you for talking with us. I know you're probably exhausted.
I am laying down right next to Sarah's ear, and now am whisper yelling, "Speak with boss! Speak with boss!"
Sarah is going. If you guys need some help, I apprenticed in an apothecary before I became a bard.
That's so.
Yeah, actually, fuck, what did I decide their last name was?
Dawn.
Um,
What was it,
Oh,
Dave?
yeah. His
Something like that.
first name was Dave.
we made his last name.
Last
I don't think we
name
made a last name at first. I think the
Cooper.
last name was
Cooper. I
an
found it in my
Cooper.
notes. Cooper.
Cooper, I
Cooper.
did. Okay.
The
Or
name
like,
was an addendum.
like, yeah, you know the Cooper apothecary, like downtown. They were almost my in-laws. I apprenticed with them for a while.
Interesting. Well, I don't know if we're looking, but
I mean, it's not
Alright.
bad. You can't. You could probably use extra help. Is your boss around? You said he's feverishly working.
she is.
Oh, she. I'm sorry. I
Yes.
feel so rude.
And as far as I know, she's getting some much earned rest while some of the other guys work on the product.
So who's in charge here right now?
Sarah looks and is
then.
like, it's probably Lavender, and she probably set instructions on what to do while she was getting some rest and to wake her up if there's an issue. That's what I would do.
Reef is now, you can see Reef is like not used to having normal discussions last this long and normally just gets what he wants, or it turns into a fight and is completely at a loss on how to
I was
be
like,
formal.
you know what? I really do want to meet Lavender. Or if you guys are that far behind, you could probably use a hand. Guys, so you, like I said earlier, y'all look exhausted. Um, I'm gonna stop distracting you now. Hey, everybody, let's go. Let's go take a walk until they open.
Okay.
What? Absolutely
Trust
not.
me. Sarah goes, Reese, we're going to take a walk.
And Reef looks at the two bodyguards and taps Sarah on the head and goes, "None tell me who's in charge right now while their main boss is sleeping. So I know
Tell
who
her,
to get in
hey, get over
contact
here.
with. But other than that, I'll leave. I just have been asking for who's in charge's name the whole time. And I want an answer. This is principal. This is fucking principal. It has nothing to do with goddamn fucking medicine. Want to know a name."
You see the
Who's
two.
there
You see
in
the two
charge?
guards begin to reach for the weapons at their sides, and
Oh, I just want to know your boss. Who's in charge right now? I know the owner of the shop. I'm not causing problems. I could literally incite the people behind us. I'm not. I'm just asking you names. Why is that a problem?
the other guard who has stayed silent to this point puts a hand on Reef's shoulder and says, well, if not for us, this crowd would get in and demolish the store. So as far as I'm concerned, we're the ones that are in charge.
See, you know, that could have been a very easy thing to answer this entire time. And I don't know if you noticed, but your buddy is literally shaking. I'm just a dragon. I'm just big. I'm not saying anything. Y'all are supposed to defend this. I'll
Is
walk away.
going
I
to
just wanted to
grab.
know who was in charge as Sarah's dragging Reef away. Like
Yeah,
he's just
exactly. Sarah's grabbing the back of his shirt and just dragging him and just shouting sorry. He's hangry behind her.
and then as I'm leaving, I pat the one that I scared on the shoulder and been like, I didn't mean to scare you. Was just trying to be honest.
And Sarah, and again, Sarah's just screaming, I'm sorry, he's hangry. We'll be back later. Thank you for your hard work.
Yos.
And once we're out of earshot, if we get out of earshot without being attacked, let me know.
Sure. Yeah. So I don't know. Just for the sake of map placement, I'll just put you like over here.
I'm gonna spin and turn to Sarah and go, "Why the fuck did you stop me from just going in or
Because
letting
there's
the people
nothing
go
that we
in?"
can do right now. If we run in and try to start ransacking the place, it's gonna make the issue worse.
I
Our
didn't
best
say
bet right
ransack it.
our best bet right now is just to wait. I
I was
also
literally.
want to see how they, because before we do anything, I want to see what the hell this product is and how they're selling it.
Reef just exasperately throws his hands up and goes, "I know. I was going to manipulate them into letting us in there to help guard it until big boy
They were
or
not going to
girl
be
wake up."
I've seen operations like this before. They were not going to be manipulated. It's a tight knit. It's a tight group.
I'm going to poke her repeatedly in the forehead and go, "Do you not know what I did for a living before this?"
I do, and I also know that there are better. You can catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. Okay,
I thought
granted,
telling the guards that they don't have to die to defend someone else's shell shack when I could help clear the fucking angry mob that's in front of them out was
but
a
there's not an
piece of
angry
honey.
mob right now.
Do you see them? They're already
I
getting.
do, and they're not angry.
All right,
Until
Reef,
A, listen to the ambassador, goddammit.
Reef,
God
Reef
damn it.
throws his voice and goes, "Is there a real cure? I don't think it is."
Of course it's not.
First of all, Reef missed a golden opportunity to say, no, you catch more honeys being fly and just shoot up into the skies.
Oh, I really wanted to, but then I realized I could have caused problems. I was about to just take off. That's why I said my voice instead.
Anyway,
I am
so
listening to
Sarah's
the
like,
ambassador, damn it.
so Sarah's like, yeah, no shit, there's no cure. But I
I'm,
want to
I'm,
make sure the damn thing isn't harmful first.
I'm poking at Sarah and goes, "Yeah, but I know there's no cure. And my point is, you're saying there's no riot now. We could have easily just started one and made it convenient for us to get in. That's how I always get half my jobs. I make it so they need to employ me. Well, that's my tactic."
Which is what I was doing as well. And the person who's in charge of making the employment decisions is not there right now. So there's not much
Guards who
we can
need
do.
Guards who need backup will take help from other mercs. And plus,
No, not not always.
I'm just pointing at the one that was definitely scared of me and goes, "I could have worked with him. I could have gotten him to convince his friend. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you could have gotten him to die of fright.
No, he just would have been a little demoralized and maybe shaken."
For goodness sake, Nutella A, listen. Just be patient. We'll figure out what it is the calm way, and then if they're doing wrong, we'll kill them all.
But I wanted to incite a riot of commoners.
Don't need riot of commoners. We have arson.
Reef just shouts, "Fuck the queen," around the corner and dips his head back in.
Fuck the queen.
Please tell me there is now a chorus of "Fuck the Queen."
I'm doing this out of spite well enough that they can hear me, but I'm changing my voice as much as possible so it at least doesn't sound like Reef as much as possible.
But
I just imagine Reef trying to do as high pitch a falsetto as he can.
Fuck the queen!
But how loud are you being?
Oh no, I've gone slightly away from the group, around the corner effectively, and just being quite loud so the crowd should hear me, but that's it. And then I rush everyone else away.
Okay,
Looking at Sarah.
You hear one person just go, yeah, and then like the rest of the crowd looks at him and he's just like, sorry, thought I heard something. It sounded good. He kind of just like sheepishly looks down at the ground and tries to just melt back into the crowd.
But Reef is done with his temper tantrum and looks at the ambassador and goes, "I know you're right, but also it's this brute force works. The pay method, brain nobility. You guys are nobility. This is fine. This is fine." Reef throws her hands up and walks away.
Him to bend down so she can pat him on the head.
Hey,
I bend down. I bend down for head pats.
And she
Wait a
gives
minute.
him head pats. It's like, it's okay. We are all learning. We're all in this together. We're all in
Defeat the
this
Huns.
together. Okay.
Wow. All of us. All right. So yes. Reef is just mumbling under his breath how he swears to himself how he could have convinced them that we were working with the guard before and that we can help prevent them from having any issues in the foreseeable future, and that I could have started a riot or I could have gotten them to let me in. And when are we going back?
Oh.
I look at Sarah and look around and go, wait, where did you just drag us to?
I'm assuming we're like around the corner from the building or something. Like we're not that far away. We're just out of earshot.
Yeah. And at this point, you see Theo kind of look down the block that you kind of turned onto, and he just says, "Maybe there's another way in."
There's almost definitely another way in. Sarah's smiling mischievously when she says that. She's like, "Oh yeah, there's almost definitely another way in."
Reef?
And then she looks at Reef and is just like, "I never said we weren't getting in. I just said we come back to the front later."
I nod my head and let them all continue discussing while slowly backing up to the back part of the group and letting the ambassador take lead.
Okay, so actually, Reef and Sin, I need
That's
you
good.
to be sneaky sneaks and case the building and see if you can find any potential entrances, or if you can find any windows. If you see a window, look in and report back what you see. Go.
You got it. All right. You tell A, you take point, and I'll take point somewhere else. Okay.
What's so
Break.
funny?
Because before you said anything, I messaged the GM something.
Oh, let me let's take a peek.
God damn it, Nutella. Why are
Oh,
you like
perfect.
this?
Okay, so
Which is why I laughed, because of what you said to me.
Reef, go ahead and roll perception to try to find what you're looking for.
My sheet just opens up to a blank page, so that's cool. There it is.
Fantastic.
It just takes some time to like actually.
I didn't. Oh.
All right. Well, you are at least stealthy about your lack of direction. You fly around. You don't notice any windows that you could slip into. However, you do find an alleyway that you presume is behind the building.
Oh, immediately gonna go looking through that and see if there's like any holes in the wall or cellar entrances that are unlocked. And right before I go down the alleyway, I'm gonna land and I'm in direct line of sight of Sin. I'm gonna point on my eyes, point at Sin, and then do the hand motion like down that alleyway, and then I'm just gonna disappear.
Okay, so you are indicating to Sin where you're going.
Yes.
Sin, are you following?
Anyone else who's in that lane who can see me, but Sin is the person I'm trying to be like, "Huh, eyes, look, me, go that way."
Okay. Sin, are you following or are you looking somewhere else?
I'm looking somewhere else.
Okay. What are you looking for specifically?
Just looking for windows, potential, as well as listening for anything sus.
Okay. Go
Plus
ahead
being
and
sneaky.
you can roll perception too. Then.
Yes. Yes.
You find this flight of stairs here that leads downwards to a door at the bottom.
Does the door look locked?
Um, if you were to make an assumption, you would probably assume that it is locked.
Interesting.
But
Interesting.
just by looking at it, you're not 100% sure.
All right, so no obvious lock on it. Gotcha. Anything else?
The door is made of wood that's been reinforced with iron.
Gosh.
Reef, you find one door here, another door here, and then if you make it this far, you spot this door, which appears to be the actual front entrance to the establishment, and another flight of stairs that also lead downwards.
Are any of the windows jiggleable? Like, do any of them open?
You see a window here that is locked. And that's it. So just the doors.
Ree's just gonna check the door handles just for pure stupidity's sake.
Okay. This one is locked. This one, which you may not have noticed on your first flyby, given your earlier perception roll, you come back to this door and you notice that it is actually boarded over and nailed closed.
Oh, immediately gonna. Reef starts to grab onto the boards and then goes, "Wait, there's a horde now. There's a horde now. You're not by yourself. Don't just break in. Let's go over the boards," and walks over to where everyone else is, like vibrating, being like, "I wanna go break."
For the doors, they don't look particularly sturdy. They do look pretty breakable.
And informs everyone that there's locked window and some staircases, and then also there's all boarded up door that I'm pretty sure we could just get through with a good whack.
Nah, my guy. There's a super secret door that's reinforced with iron. That's the hole. I guarantee.
Or we get in through the boarded up door and circumvent the door with iron.
Oh yeah? How are you gonna remove boards sneakily?
How are you gonna remove iron sneakily?
Yeah, the
By,
boy.
by unlocking the iron.
The big creaky iron door that's gonna go as it opens.
I can open any door silently.
Uh-huh.
Reef just goes, "I could have just knocked their two heads together and we could have walked in the front door. But you know what? Fine, big shiny door it is." I look at the ambassador and then I look at the chief strategist and I say, "Chief strategist, do you think this is a good plan?"
That's supposed to be me.
Oh wait,
Theo.
that's Theo, right? Okay.
You're also the ambassador, Sarah. So do
I
we
know. That's why I was
wait?
like, wait, did I change rules?
No. I'm looking at the ambassador who talked me down from just bashing this guard's heads together and walking through the front door. And then Theo, who's the one I rely on for all strategy, and Sin is our thief, and I can't argue with him that he'll be better at breaking the door open quietly. He's our witch doctor, and I'm low on drugs, so he's got a bit of sway right now.
Ting tang, walla walla bing bang.
You have a bit of sway right now, so
Theo
gives the okay, and Sarah gives the okay.
We
Reef
literally
will
did not get their
absolutely.
input at all.
I know. I just turned and looked at them, and I
Theo
asked for it because
Theo's like
Reef is about to just go ham and go do Reef things unless the horde like raids him in. And right now, 2 horde members have made a good argument. You need a majority right now. You need a third.
I don't
The-
need a majority. I just need my blackmail. I mean persuasion.
The Reef just pulls out a random set of lockpicking things out of Sin's bag for him and presents them. Yes, your
Those are
plan is
mine.
yep, it's perfect. I'm just holding them out for you so you can immediately start working on your plan because there's no persuasion necessary.
Exactly. We're going with our way. Sarah, Theo, what do you guys think? Do we wait or do we try to break in?
Well, while this is going on, Theo
Sarah concedes.
you can see that Theo is
I'm like, no matter what I say, y'all are gonna try to break in
just-
anyway. So
Asking you only because I don't want to get your god mad at you. So technically, you're not making any considerations for any breaking of laws. You're just here taking us alive, like your god wants you to do, and inspiring us to be inspirational. Yes.
I
Yes.
say we don't break in.
Oh shit.
This is
And
really,
since we don't break in, Sarah, what do we do?
first of
None
all,
of this can see not what.
this is really going to be one of those nights with Discord. So, what I was trying to say is that while this is going on, Theo is looking at the crowd and doing so slightly nervously, and he says, "Well, I see a whole bunch of people over there that we probably shouldn't turn into witnesses. So, whatever we're going to do, let's do it quietly."
Maybe we should not break in then. I
Alright,
am,
so then-
however, all for looking through windows.
Alright, so breaking in is not an option yet. However, it's not completely off the table.
Yes.
Alright, so we'll wait.
All right. So, you guys choose to mill about for a little while until the store actually opens.
Is Geotori's toys open?
Uh,
Does Reef want to go to the toy store?
Yes.
Please, can it be open?
we're skipping ahead a little bit here, but sure, you can go to the toy store.
Reef Reef is throwing a temper tantrum, so everyone just brings him over to the toy store to give him something to occupy his time because Reef doesn't know how to be patient.
You walk over to the toy store and you see a sign on the door that simply says "Closed due to the plague."
I am so sad. Reef just looks at the door and just puts his hands and presses his nose against the glass and slowly slides down it.
I'm so sad for you.
Oh my
Reef's-
gosh.
Reef's gonna look over at the guards and go, "You should be fixing this." Not that they can actually hear him, but he's just very sad and pouty.
All right. So, you guys,
Does Reef? I guess we've walked around the building, in our excursions, not excursions, like waiting for the building to open up, right? We've just been walking around the area, seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
So, do I see the pile of bodies down the fucking alleyway?
I'm sorry, pile of bodies.
It's on the map.
I'm sorry. What do you mean, pile of bodies?
Look at D1 on the map.
Very top left of the screen, apparently.
Oh,
This pile of bodies
yeah,
down the alleyway.
that's why I said we're jumping ahead a bit. Hold on. Let me see if that is actually meant to be there at the current point in time.
That's my bad.
'Cause
I
no-
wasn't
no.
sure if it's
No,
like
you're
fake
fine.
bodies piling up, but I didn't want to react to it if it technically wasn't there because it's a static map.
No, because that's an important detail. So yes, you do see not the amount of humanity that is portrayed on the map, but there are a few bodies that seem to have been freshly placed there. I guess roll perception to find out more about the bodies? Question
Yes.
mark.
Yes. So Reef, because Reef is this is Reef stomping off about having a temper tantrum about the toys after sliding down the glass because it's been closed and yelling at the people, and me stopping myself from walking over there to yell at them about the toy store being closed. So I walk around the building and just about this.
Okay, so you just as you're about to turn and walk away, you catch a glimpse of a pretty burly looking middle-aged man. He is covering most of his face. You can just see his eyes as he just places another fresh corpse on the pile, and he just says, "Real shame. Found him dead this morning."
But Reef just says, so that Cure ain't doing much, are they? Are they coming out of the building? They're going in to get the Cure from? Dead?
Oh. No, I don't actually don't know what you're talking about. What's this about a cure?
Some schmucks around the corner at Lavender's are hawking something and saying it's a cure for the blood veil, and there's a crowd outside and some pretty angry guards that say they're not open yet. And turn the corner and I find this pile of bodies, and I know there's a plague going on and everything, but the two being right next to each other doesn't bode well to me.
You watch him like get a little bit closer to the body that he had just placed, and he actually is gonna take like this may seem a little weird, but he's gonna take a big whiff of the body, and he thinks about it for a couple moments. He turns to you and says, "Nah, doesn't smell like what usually gets sold in there. I doubt they had anything to do with it."
Reef just kind of like walks over to him and pulls some of the I have no gold. No, I do have gold. I have gold again. Pulls
But-
out a few coins. I'm trying to find where my coins are on my sheet so I can say how much I'm actually pulling out.
You should have gotten 40
Ah.
gold last session, so
That's all I have.
Yep.
So I'm gonna pull out 10 coins. I'm gonna ask the guy what his name is and what he does for a living, while very clearly having the pile of coins in my hand.
God, I hate when I have to think of names on the spot. He goes, "My name is
Slim Shady.
my name is no.
Mother Slim Shady, please stand up.
He says his name is Gerald, and he tells you that he is doing this is his like moonlighting job, where he basically just comes in and removes the bodies of the very recently deceased and places them, in this case being that this is plague ridden, he is essentially placing them into a pile where they're self-contained and can then be, moved out for, cremation, burial, whatever, burning, he doesn't really mention how the city is handling the people who have been killed by the plague just yet. But he says,
I'm gonna hand him 2 coins right away just from giving me that information.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna look at him and again and go, "Do you happen to know of any other ways to get in touch with the people who work next door, since you seem to have some intimate knowledge of the area?" I look at him and goes, "You smelt the corpse. You wanted to see if it smells like their wares. I don't find that outlandish at all. I find that resourceful." And then I put another 2 coins down in his hand.
he says, well, first of all, thank you. You're too kind. And I would advise you maybe just take a step or two back. Just, I wouldn't want you to expose yourself to any of this nastiness here. Well, it's a funny thing that you mentioned getting in touch with the folks at Lavender. I've noticed that things have gotten a little more close to the chest there in the last week or so. Don't really know what they're planning. Like I said, I have no knowledge of this miracle cure that you say that they're pushing. Perhaps.
But you knew of Lavender's before they started doing this.
Well, yeah, they sell all kinds of perfumes and other cosmetics. Many of us, myself included, we have a lady in our lives, and the ladies like to look and smell good.
Reef nods and says, "Do you happen to know of any other entrances to the building besides the front door?" And then puts the other 6 coins into his hand.
He says, well, sure, there's the alley behind the building. I know that at least some of the staff, if not the owner herself, lives on the other side of the alley from the building. I wouldn't know if any ways
at
in.
that information. and just goes, "Oh, that's completely fair. I just know that they have a crowd outside and the guards were looking nervous, so I wanted to inform them. I've helped before with crowd control for this ongoing issue."
Oh, sure, sure. I actually appreciate the crowds. It allows me to do my work a little more undetected.
Reef nods and says, "I completely understand, Gerald. I appreciate your efforts, and if I see you around, remember I owe you one." And then I just nod and let him continue going about his job, and I go back to everyone else.
Yeah, as you're walking away, he just says, "Well, I don't see how. You just gave me 10 gold."
Reef just grins and goes, "And you gave me information. I
All
like
right
to
then.
reward that."
And
And
Sarah
then
looks
I
at Reef
around
and
the
goes,
corner.
and Sarah whispers to Reef, "And how much gold do you have left?"
30. I got better. I didn't give it all away. And I gave it in sections. I gave it in 3 parts. I'm really excited sounding.
Zen just looks back at Reef when he walks back. Hey ho, what'd you learn?
I'm just gonna smack everyone and grab everyone's arms and just be like, "You're coming with me!
What?
Sarah, do something.
We're all coming." I'm
What
just
do you
dragging
want
you
me to
guys.
do?
I'm
I don't know.
dragging you guys. So if someone wants to grab another person and drag them on, I got Sin's hand. Sarah,
I'm gonna
Vondilla's like,
Bye, everybody.
Vondilla's
grab
like,
Sarah.
Vondilla's like, "Let's go, sis."
Sarah's like,
Then Theo kind of just starts like nudging
just starts
Sarah.
grabbing Theo, being like, "Nope, you're not getting finding this shit. Let's go."
pretty
So
much, yeah.
I'm going to point at the door that is Lavender's actual house and go, "That's where Lavender lives. We don't need to deal with any of the guards. They said she's resting. Let's just make a house call." And before anything can happen, Reef waits like 5 seconds for anyone to give any resistance. And if there's no resistance, he's banging on the door.
Resistance.
Sarah's like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing now.
You said
Blackmail.
resistance?
Well, yeah, Sin said resistance.
So-
I call my blackmail card.
Reef's looking at Sin and going, just
What?
I'm just knocking on her door. We're gonna play it dumb and go, "Hey, just so you know, the house next to you is getting condemned. There are a lot of bodies in it, and we were just going through on the request of the town guard, warning people that certain areas are gonna need to be cleared because the blood plague cannot be contained."
Do
And
anything hasty. You're gonna owe me 10,000 gold.
Reef nods and goes, "Well, this isn't hasty. This seemed pretty planned out. I talked to someone and I made a plan for once. I didn't barge in the front door of the shop."
You didn't talk to any of us. Just let us get Sarah's opinion. Sarah, what do we do?
I mean, this is an improvement over Reef's normal plan, but also maybe don't wake up sleeping in people whose
We
power
don't-
whose actual power we don't know, because she can just be a con man, or she could be a fucking wizard causing this. We don't fucking know.
Which is why I say play dumb and say we've been sent here by the guard to help clear out because the plague has expanded into the buildings near to us, and Gerald was literally just fucking yeeting bodies out of it. It's not outlandish. It's a warning from the crown
You just hear
to a person of power.
You just hear Vondilla go,
No, Reef.
"Oh my fucking god, why is Discord?
Why
I
do
hate
you
you
think that
tonight.
will work?"
Why Discord?"
It'll get her to open the door, and then it doesn't matter if it works anymore because we're inside and the door's shut.
And then what?
We have a nice little conversation with her.
So you're
Without
assuming
the
there
in-
are no traps, nobody else there. We don't know that she lives alone.
She's not surrounded by 50 fucking humans in front of her shop, nor armed guards, and she's sleeping from the guard's own mouth. This is the perfect time to talk to her alone. Reef
Sarah's like, "You
is
know
whisper
what?
yelling.
You know what? Go ahead. Let's go sit here and watch."
Can we not?
Reef-
Like, we only got one shot at this, probably.
Reef-
So let's make a decision that everyone can agree
Sitting
to.
back and have nothing to do with this.
Reef literally just kind of like slack jaws and looks at everyone and goes, "Oh, wait, so no butting in, no fighting the guards, no inciting a riot, And no talking one-on-one with the owner?
I don't know.
Not right now.
So you want to go to her shop when she's surrounded by a bunch of people trying to buy Miracle Oil and snake oil and her guards? You don't want to play dumb and go to her house while she's sleeping and say we're a courtesy call? Is that not? Reef just kind of shrinks down to the ground and sits down and goes, "What am I doing?"
Reef, if somebody wakes you up in the middle of the night and starts asking you questions, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
It's 8:30 in the morning. I'm gonna say thank you for warning me that there's dead bodies next door that could kill me.
No, you're not.
Reef literally starts dragging everyone over to where the pile of corpses were.
Okay.
And just literally does the hand movements of like like what do you Reef's like adamantly being like, but I'm not lying this time. There is literally a pile of dead bodies right by our house. This isn't even me being outlandish. What do I do then? What do we all want to do? I don't want to
You wait.
decide.
You
Wait.
learn the word patience and you wait.
For her to walk to the front door and be surrounded by her guards and her people again and not have any time to talk to us. Got it.
Or
Reef
we can
says.
go in, or we can just go inside when it opens, gather information what we can, while not causing any trouble, and then if we learn nothing, we come back at night and we cause war crimes. Yes.
Yes.
Cool. I appreciate the effort, Reef. Good information. But the thing is, if you only have one chance to succeed, you don't want to be reckless. Nothing's gonna change in a day's time. Just be patient.
At a certain
Reef's
at a certain point, you hear Vondilla speak up, and she just says, "Wait, who's Gerald?"
Gerald was my friend I just made. He's literally a fucking corpse harvester. He literally goes around, picks up the bodies, and herks them out of the places they died in and puts them in a goddamn pile. And he moonlighted for the queen. And he says there's a bunch more fresh bodies that are over here. And you know what? They don't smell like goddamn lavenders. So you know what? They ain't curing them shit. They ain't doing shit right over here. And I know there's something going wrong. And I goddamn gonna take care of Gerald when I'm king.
Huh.
All right, then. That sounds good. And
Reef looks at everyone.
Vondilla just goes back up to her business.
Reef just kind of looks back and forth at everyone and going, "It's like 8:30 in the morning now. They've been open for a half hour. We missed our chance to go talk to Lavender Lady on our own. You just I want you all to know that Reef for once did a plan that involved going and speaking first, and you all said no." And then Reef crosses his arm and pouts and says nothing else.
At this point, yes,
It's not
I'm
the,
very
about
proud of you for
speaking,
that.
It's about speaking at the right moment.
at this point, yes, the shop is now open. They allow the first few customers to go inside and start browsing the wares. Sin, you make your way up to the front, and you
Sounds
are
good.
before long. You were also allowed inside.
Wait.
So you go in.
Yes.
The
Bye, everybody else.
the owner of the shop is there, makes herself known. She greets everyone with a smile, and she says, "We've just finished making another batch overnight. Please, one for yourself and be healed."
How much?
Good question. Let's see what the price is here.
Why, your soul, of course.
Joke's on you. I don't have a soul.
That's what you
Eh.
think.
She says, "Why, it's simply 2 gold pieces for a dose." Once you come inside,
Sarah's actually gonna
Sin
pay the. Are we inside?
is inside because Sin said he wanted to go inside. Also after,
Sorry, I assumed we followed him.
yeah, I mean, sure, you can follow him. After Sin goes in, one of the guards also goes inside, leaving the other one to just watch the crowd out front. And the two, there are now two guards inside who are sort of just patrolling the sales floor. Yeah, so the rest of you who want to go inside are eventually also allowed inside. You can here. Let me move the.
I have a question. Is the guard that's outside the one that was scared of me?
The one that is still outside, yes, is the one that was scared of you.
Reef's just gonna sit outside with him.
Okay. Wait, where
Because
did?
Reef's throwing a temper tantrum effectively and going. He's afraid now that he's gonna fuck up by going inside because of everything before. So he's just leaning outside and being like, "I feel like I'll destroy the shop if I try to walk around. So while my friends are shopping, I'm just gonna stand out here with you if that's okay." Pat the guy on the shoulder.
There are also, I don't have tokens for them, but there are also two like younger girls who are also like working in the shop. They are dealing with the other customers who want to make sales or anything like that. While the owner just continues to greet everyone from behind the counter, portray a smile in a pretty face for everyone. But yeah, the rest of you are eventually allowed inside. Sans Reef, who insists on keeping the guard company. And yeah, you're now inside of Lavender. And once you are in there, first of all,
I'm leaning against like the edge here. I can't I'm trying to be on the corner so I can see like the edge of the glass like into the store, but like I'm hanging out here. The token keeps snapping instead of going in between.
Okay, yeah, you can. I think it's if you hold Alt when you place your token, it disables the snapping.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what my alt key is because my keyboard has fancy. Yep, you're right. There it is.
Okay. All right, so let me get.
Sarah is actually going to just buy one of these for 2 gold.
Okay, sure. So yeah, one of the girls on the sales floor assists you with that.
I'm assuming that I don't have to take it now. Like I could just like.
Yeah, no, they stick a bottle up at the counter for you. That's kind of how they're going about things. What are the rest of you doing inside?
I'm just leaving this up to Nutella and Sarah. I trust
So
their
while
judgment.
Sarah is doing her purchase, then she's gonna just like talk to the sales girls, be like, "Hi, like how's it been going? This looks super busy. What's your boss like?"
Offer your expertise.
Yeah, so the girl that you're talking to, she's a skinny little half elf, pretty young, blonde hair, and she greets you with a smile, but at the same time she has a hard time hiding the exasperation in her voice as she just says, "Yeah, it's gotten so busy here lately with the plague and this cure that we have out for everybody. It's been nuts."
Have you tried it? Does it really work?
Thankfully, I haven't had to. I've managed to stay healthy. But I've heard good things.
You can't tell me what it tastes like. Like, do I have to? Is it like cold medicine? I have to like plug my nose when I take it, or?
Well, the most of the people who have tried it have told me that it has a sweet flavor.
So most of the people who have tried it, so they had blood veil. Like you saw it.
Yes, and thankfully I've somehow managed to stay healthy. Well, there was one
Wow.
there was one scare, but
Oh
what
my God! What happened?
Well, there were a couple of the guards came down with it a few days ago. Luckily, uh, our shop owner here, Vendra, was kind enough to purchase a wand in advance to help take care of any of these unfortunate situations.
Wait. She used a wand, not her own product?
She just had it laying around. She had said that in the first this happened in the first day or two of the breakout, and we didn't quite have the formula right. At least that's what they told me. You know, I just sell it. I don't make
fair.
it. But based on everything I've heard, the formula's gotten better, and hopefully we won't have any need for
that's
such
awesome.
magics.
Actually, speaking of your boss, is she around? Because I know your guard just told me this morning that because sales have been so crazy, production's been very slow, and I have some expertise in this. So if she's hiring, like, honestly, thanks to the plague and everything, music gigs not too great right now. So.
Well, if I'm being honest, I don't know if she's gonna have the time today, but she's right there behind the counter. You're free to go talk to her if you like.
You've been great. Any tips for when I should take this? I mean, I don't think I have blood veil or anything, but it's always good to have. Like, you never know.
Yeah, I think that as soon as you catch any sight of symptoms, better safe than sorry. You might as well just take it right away.
Good to know. Thanks. You have a good day.
You too. Oh, and your dosage is up at the counter for you whenever you're ready.
Thank you. So Sarah's gonna walk away,
okay.
And I'm gonna go toward the owner of the shop.
Okay, she's over here.
Who I refuse to call by her name. I'm gonna call her Lavender.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so I'm realizing now that I never actually described the rest of the scene in here. So there are several heady scents that are twisting throughout the cramped but stylishly designed perfumery. There's a dizzying assortment of bottles all over the place, shelves in shelves on the walls, shelves out on the floor, behind the counter. Everywhere you look, there are bottles of perfumes, oils, other nice smelling items that are contained inside things ranging from gaudy looking ceramic containers to graceful little crystalline vials.
Is everything else that she's selling like perfumes and stuff?
The majority of the products are perfumes, yes.
Okay.
These items are, like I said, there are shelves behind the counter. Some are even spread out on these tables that have been decorated with, like lacy table coverings or ribbons. And in the very wide front window here, there's another very large and eye-catching display. Across from the front door, which again I failed to mention as you walk in, the panes of glass in the front door are tinted in a lavender color as well. There runs a long counter where you do find the owner of the store. This counter is stacked high with hundreds of simple clay vials that bear round magenta colored stoppers. Behind the counter, there's a sign that has violet colored flourishes swooping across it, and the sign reads Lavender's Luxurient Liniment. Either you've got it or you've had it. And behind the counter is the owner, Vendra, who I showed the handout of earlier. She's wearing a yellow dress and what looked like almost looks like leggings that she's wearing in the full body picture that I have, and some boots. And like I said, she greets you with a smile.
Off at a run fair.
Yeah, kind of. That is kind of the appearance. Yeah, greets you with a smile and a twinkle in the eye, and she says, Welcome to Lavender. It's so nice to have you in here. What can I do for you?
Okay. I actually have some questions for you because we were talking to your guards this morning, and they had mentioned that your protection's low. I actually apprenticed at an apothecary for a while, and honestly, the bard thing's not working out too great right now because of the plagues. So, you hiring?
Interesting. Well, unfortunately, anything I have is going to be on a temporary basis, but
Look, honestly, I just need something till this plague is over. Like, I was doing great before it.
right. Okay, so tell you what. If you're who you say you are and you've worked at an apothecary, you should be able to tell me some of the things that are inside my product here.
Which pod did she hold me? Did she pass to me?
The liniment, the same one that you bought.
Is this gonna be knowledge nature?
Well, first of all, I'm going to add something to the craft box. So
And I am assuming that Sarah was. Here's the thing. Sarah was not lying when she said she actually did apprentice. It wasn't an actual apprenticeship, but she did learn how to make some of the potions and how to run the store, and she learned what things did. So she didn't really do an apprenticeship, but she is familiar with this. Like, she's not lying about that.
right, yeah. See, I know that, and you know that.
No. I'm just emphasizing that, like, this is not like me trying to like schmooze. Like,
I know.
Sarah actually does have experience with this, so she would be able to do. So in theory, she would be able to do this.
Yeah. Okay. So we can.
Sarah's not doing too well today.
Apparently not.
I was gonna say that we could use knowledge nature for this one as well.
Oh,
Given
can I do that instead?
you can try, sure. So, Vendra sees you really taking your time with the vial, and she just says,
Starts crying.
I'll let you get back to me
Sarah's
on
gonna
that.
do when she's like, I'm totally lost. She's just gonna start breaking down crying. She's like, I'm sorry, it's been really rough. So the reason why I apprenticed was that I was supposed to marry this guy whose mom I was supposed to marry I was supposed to marry the heir to the Cooper shop downtown, you know, like the really big one that everyone goes to. Like, no, legitimately, here's my this was supposed to be my wedding ring. And I thought I could do this without breaking down, but it's just been so hard. And like I was kind of okay because like my music could distract me, and then this blood meal happened. Now I have to find another job, and you're probably like, well, my good, your mother-in-law just take you in, but they're also kind of still mourning the son, and mourning my fiance, and being there is just too tough. So I thought I could just try something else, and I'm sorry for wasting your time.
I made that roll for Theo because Theo is simply scanning the crowd while this is going on.
Nope.
Vendra has a very confused look on her face now, and she just says, well, that's tragic. He didn't die from the plague, did he? I can't.
Drug dealer engaged with Lamb because he thought he was one of his goddamn drug mules.
Oh.
And just sent a fucking $10 as a hero cost. He feels so bad when he feels bullshit. Not that it matters because he's dead. Sorry. You're a lot recently.
It's okay.
Reef is literally watching Sarah do this through the window and just says to himself, "Oh, she's talking about her dead fiance again." Look at the garden, goes, "It's better that you're out here. It's definitely not looking too pretty in there. No, not fighty pretty. Like girl cryy pretty, not pretty. Girl cryy, not pretty. Not fighty, not pretty. You don't." Reef just stops
crying.
talking.
I think this is the first time she's ever shown her ring, like, to anybody.
Not even to any of us.
So I kind of just picture anybody who's nearby going, "What ring?"
I'm just watching this from outside, seeing you literally just doing this whole thing, pointing and looking at her, and I'm just talking to the guard outside. That's what I did. So I have no context
You're
of
like,
what
"Oh no,
actually
she's
happening.
talking about her dead fiance."
Reef's trying to be friendly to the guard he scared the shit out of earlier is what I'm trying to do.
So I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to dump this on you." And she starts sobbing.
Is anyone who's in there gonna say something to her, or are we all just gonna watch her cry to a stranger?
While this is going on, Nadia, Theo's gonna nudge you.
What? What's up?
He gestures towards this guy right here. And he says, "You see him?
Yes.
Do you notice what he's doing that nobody else in here is doing?" Go ahead and roll perception. Wow.
Ooh.
You notice that while all of these customers are in here for presumably, getting their own dose or doses of this liniment, this guy that Theo is pointing out is the only customer in here that's actually browsing the other products as well.
So, what are you thinking, Theo?
It's just suspicious.
I'm gonna whisper to Sarah. Get over this.
Sarah is absolutely
Probably.
despondent right now. I don't know if she's going to hear you from across the
Yeah,
room with a whisper.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough.
Sarah is at least acting despondent. Like, you see her and you're like,
I know what this is from.
So, well, it's is Sin there? Sin, are you there?
Sin's in the store, yeah, but he's near Sarah. You can call him over.
I'm gonna call him over and point out the suspicious activity that Theo pointed out to me.
Okay. So, Sin, they're telling you that this guy is behaving differently than all the other random customers that are in here. He is the only person in the store that is looking at the other products besides the one that everyone's here for. None of the other customers seem to care about whatever else the store Lavender has to offer. But this guy is just browsing everything. Theo also points out that this guy is, if he sees something that's particularly interesting to him, his reactions seem to be a little bit more exaggerated than they should be. And Theo just wants to, just like he said to Nadia, he wants to reiterate to you that this is suspicious to him.
Can I
Very
sense more? Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's very interesting. What motives do you sense from him?
Okay. Fair enough.
He said it. He said the thing.
Yeah, I'll make the check for Theo as well. Just to be sure. Not as good. Theo kind of takes a look and just says, "I'm not sure, it's just weird to me." Whereas you, Nadia, you think maybe this guy is like a plant or a shill of some kind.
I didn't want to metagame, so thank you for saying it.
Very interesting. What does that mean?
Generate business.
Um, Theo kind of steps in and just says, well, it means that this guy, there's a chance that this guy is being paid by the store to, drum up interest in the rest of the crowd. Maybe to get them to buy additional things or to get them to buy more of what they came for.
Should we go? Should we go talk to him?
Why not? So Sin just write this down, write in his notebook, like, plus one reason why this place needs to be war crimed.
Reef is paying attention inside the window, still trying to make small talk to the guard that he's scared, looking occasionally to see if Sin is motioning at him at all, and if not, it's just going to continue keeping watch on the front door effectively for everyone.
As Sarah's crying begins to calm down a bit, Vendra reaches over the counter, puts a hand on her shoulder, and says, I'll tell you what, my next product, I'll make a mood booster. You're going to be okay.
Sarah invents antidepressants.
Sarah
Sarah's
invents
voice is
Zoloft.
Sarah, internally, I'm just like, God damn it. But I'm like, thank you. I'm so sorry about this. Has like, so I forgot what I was gonna ask. Fuck. Sarah sniffles and cries a little bit more while I remember what I was gonna say.
Okay.
I lost my train of thought.
Theo kind of leans in closer to Nadia and Sin and just goes, what do you want to do about this guy?
Alright, let's go talk to him. Nadia, you take point.
Take point. What's point?
Alright, go talk to him.
The lead!
Okay.
I'm right here. I will help, but you got this, buddy.
I don't got this, but okay. I go up to the guy and say hello. Sorry to disturb. You're browsing.
He says, well, of course, I'm very interested in all of these products after trying the liniment for myself and feeling its benefits.
Do you visit the store often?
Oh, I've been in here pretty often this week. Hadn't really heard much of the place before that, but this one product, it really made me a fan.
What product is that?
He holds out a bottle of the same luxuriant liniment that everybody's here for. And he says, well, I tried it and it cured the plague, and he points to his left leg and he says it's soothed the pain in my bad leg too.
Oh, that's interesting. So are you like revisiting
Yeah,
customers,
so-
checking out their other products?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I'd like to take a look at the whole line that they offer here. Maybe there's something else that could help me.
Okay. I heard Sarah say something, so
I thought when you said,
Yeah.
so Sir R, I heard Sarah. So I thought you were talking to me.
Oh, no. So, have you found anything else that may interest you?
Well, I was just looking most recently at this this assortment of perfumes. I have some friends whose birthdays are coming up, so might be nice to get them a
Really?
little gift. Oh, sure.
Happy birthday to them.
Oh, I'll make sure to tell them that a kind young lady in the store wished them well.
I wouldn't say young.
Watch
you.
you. Excuse my friend, he's quite rude.
Oh, it's no trouble.
So,
Did you want
you don't
to...
happen.
Go ahead, sorry.
Well, I was gonna ask if you happen to know anyone that works here.
Oh, I've had a few conversations with Vendra in the past, and while I can't say I know any of these gentlemen who are keeping the store safe personally, I'm sure everything's on the up and up with them.
If you can give this place a scale from 0 to 5 stars, what would you rate this place and why?
Oh, well, I would say it would be a minimum of 4, if not the full 5. I've always had great experiences here. The products have been fantastic. They've done exactly what they say they do, and I have no reason to be upset.
Have you ever tried the cure for the bloody ick?
Well, yes, as I said, I had it, and this miracle cure took care of it for me.
Really? How long did it cure for? Or how long did it take?
Oh, I drank it in the morning a few days ago, and I would say by lunch I had been mostly cleared up.
Very interesting, very interesting. Thank you for the info.
15 cents motive. Let me make a roll here.
I will roll higher.
Good
Okay.
luck, buddy.
I'm gonna need it. No, I'm not.
Hmm.
That's hilarious.
You also managed to turn your token while you're at it. That was...
Okay, it's gotta be better than me, who
Very
resorted
bad.
to crying because I rolled so low.
I mean, I rolled way lower, but I refuse to, I ain't gonna cry yet. Tempted, but nah. I'm used to rolling this low when it comes to my wisdom skills.
I guess I'll just roll for Theo as well because he's watching. Oh, he also rolled a 15. Yeah, I would say that Nadia and Theo can't quite put a finger on it, but although this guy seems legitimate, he seems like he believes what he says. You can't shake the feeling that, you know, something's a little off. Vondel is kind of just like making her way around, looking at different things. Eventually stops when she gets back to you guys. And she's like, what are we talking about? What's going on?
Let's talk to this dude who seems to be a big fan of the place. I got a 5 stars, so very high regards.
Oh, really? That's wonderful. And, you know, I couldn't help but overhearing you said that this stuff cured your plague. He says, yep, took care of it straight away. I'd buy 100 of them if I could. She doesn't know shit either. I figured I'd have her come over to give her a chance, but
With a shot.
Sarah kind of sees what's going on, and so she's gonna stop. So she stops crying. She thanks what's her face for her kindness,
I'm gonna back up.
and promises to tell all her friends about this place.
and Vendor says, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
And I'm gonna just like turn around and kind of nudge Vondilla and be like, "What's going on?"
I don't know. This guy over here is just really excited about this cure. He said he tried it and it worked like a charm.
Got that.
Man, everyone's just rolling a 15. That's yeah, I mean, same as the others. Like, you know, you believe that he believes what he says. But it doesn't shake off the original suspicions about him. Meanwhile, outside, the guard is going to turn to Reef and in a slightly anxious sounding voice, he says, "Don't you want to go be inside with your friends?"
Reef just kind of looks at him and goes, "Do you think I can fit through your door and not knock everything over in your shop?"
The guard just says, "Listen, right now I'm concerned with the outside of the shop."
Reef pats him on top of the head and goes, "Say less, little one," and just walks in the door.
Okay.
Little one.
Reef goes into the corner and sits on top of a person.
Reef didn't mean to do that. Reef tried to walk in through the door to the front of the shop, which would have been here.
Yes,
correct?
yes, that would have
That's
been
what I
the
was
door.
trying to do. I just tried to move over the doorway and it snapped there. And I went, uh-oh. So,
Reef just phases through the wall.
I said I was coming in.
Right?
Reef is gonna look around at everyone and just kind of shrug and be like, "So, did you buy your cures?"
Without even waiting for a response from anyone else, the guy over here is like, "Oh yes, I stocked up on some more. You know, can't be too careful with everything that's going on. If you get it once, you can probably get it again." And he's got like a bag with like, I don't know, 6 of them in there.
All right. Reef just kind of looks around and tries not to bump into anyone. Accidentally smacks this guy in the face with his wing. Gets over to Sin and just kind of goes, "All right. I mean, is this information gathering going well?"
Sin just shrugs and just looks and just points at the old guy.
I'm gonna stare at the old guy, trying to understand what Sin's pointing at him for.
All right.
I'm just analyzing the old man, just being like, in this really awkward face, being like, is that you're a person of interest? Or like, are you just old? Do you have a lot of disease? Are you diseased? Is anyone here at the plague right now? Reef asks out loud.
There's some people who definitely do. They're either, well, you see 1 or 2 people like cover their faces. Others are in there shopping for, you know, loved ones, friends of theirs who may have come down with it. But the couple of people who are in fact currently suffering from it, you know, they're doing their best to kind of like avoid others, you know, avoid, you know, potentially spreading it. They're trying to get in, get their stuff, get out if they can.
I'm gonna look at the guy. I'm gonna find whichever one's closest to me that's actually sick.
That would actually be the guy that you slap with your wing.
I'm gonna apologize for slapping him with my wing.
Okay.
And
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
move
turn
over
around.
here if he's diseased.
I'm gonna turn and look at him.
He's being very considerate. He's like, you know, kind of pulling up his shirt to cover his face.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm gonna
trying his
motion
best.
for him to put out his hand.
He extends a hand, which currently wears a glove.
I drop 4 gold coins into it, and I say, "Buy yourself 2 of the cures. Tell me your name and where you live, and I'm going to check on you in a few days."
He hold on. Okay.
That Reef does so in a way that's very sickeningly sweet, as in this is not a request, in
Yeah.
the most polite way possible.
He says, my name is Bram, and I live actually quite far from here within the city. I'm in Old Corvosa.
That's fine, Bram. Tell me where in Old Corvosa. I'll come find you in 3 days' time. If you're alive, I'll give you access to pretty much anything a reasonable seasoned noble could afford you, and I just flash the bag of gold coins that I have. That not that it's much, but
He just says, I live across from the the Orsini Academy, which he recognizes as being Vencarlo. So
Grief
yeah,
nods
he's
and goes, "Oh, I know exactly where that is. You should expect me in 3 days' time. I'll be checking to see if you're well. I hope you recover, and good luck with your illness. I've given you 4 gold to cover the cost of 2 of the cures. Is there anyone else in that household besides just you?"
my wife, but she's feeling well.
Good.
Abadar
Reef
willing.
says- Reef nods and says, "Yaren willing, she stays that way." I'm gonna give pretty much a small little blessing to him from Yaren and say, "Tell no one of what I've just asked of you, and I hope to God that this isn't snake oil and this is a career for your sake."
He just says, you and me both.
I knowingly step to the side and let him pass after he's made his purchases.
Yeah, and the same girl that was talking to who was it, Sarah before, hands him a bag, and he then exits.
Alright, so I'm at 36 gold. No, 26 gold left. I can math. I look at Sin and Sarah and I go, "Hey Sarah, did you get a job?"
Oh
Sarah,
no, I fucked up, so I started crying, so to hide my inadequacies.
Reef just pats her on the top of the head and goes, "Okay then." I look at the shopkeep and go, "Lovely store. So happy to see you're doing so well. Thank you again for taking care of the populace. Really, it's really, really amazing to see someone local paying back to the commoners." And Reef's doing his best to seem sincere.
She just says, "Oh, well, but of course, it's my pleasure. I've been in Corvosa a long time, and I would hate to see it fall to something like this."
Reef then looks at her and goes, "Speaking of which, I've noticed that you've had some larger draws of crowds than you normally do, and you seem to have some guards in store for that reasoning. I'm gonna be honest with you, the one that's standing out front, pretty shaken just from experiencing a little bit of resistance this morning when people got a bit angry. I want to offer my services, let you know that I've been doing this work for, let's see, 15 years, and I've never had a single death of my own. So if you're looking for more guards that are of stronger stature and of more dependability, I offer my services."
Vendra just says, "Well, it's not every day that a dragon offers to help you. Tell you what, maybe we can talk when it's a little less busy."
Reef nods and says, "When and where would you like to meet? Of course, I don't want to steal your time from your business. You're helping the common folk."
Well, I mean, worst case scenario, you can always come back tonight.
Reef nods and goes, "Can my rest of my horde come with me? They're also all skilled in their own ways for security and details. They don't necessarily need to be hired, but It just feels smarter to travel in groups during this chaotic time in the city.
Her eyes kind of narrow a bit. Go ahead and roll diplomacy. And she's gonna sense motive you.
I mean, that isn't a lie. We've literally we've had multiple riots. There's an actual plague going on. I might be a giant dragon.
Wrong sheet. That's Fondilla. Yeah, no, I know, but
No, I know. I'm saying like this is Reef doing his best to be diplomatic and as honest as possible while being between the lines. So I appreciate you asking for diplomacy and not.
yeah, you're not lying, so that's
Yeah.
diplomacy. It is. So she rolled lower than you. She thinks about it for a moment and she says, "Well, I don't think I would need all of you, but if it makes you feel better, then I guess you can bring some of your friends along."
Reef just nods and says, "Honestly, it is just for the fact that I am a giant dragon and I tend to terrify people when I walk alone in the city. When I walk with others, it makes me more personable." I say, miming at my entire scaly body. I'm happy to be the only one working. It's just more so I don't want to scare away any of your business.
Vendra kind of just goes wide-eyed and says, "Well, I don't know how anyone could be scared of you."
Oh, Reef blushes and looks at her and goes, "Oh, you don't mean that. I'm literally a 7-foot giant dragon that could snap your little guard's neck that's standing next to me." Pats him on the shoulder. "Of course I won't, though, because he's armed and he's protecting you and the common folk. I said stuff that I didn't mean to say. My point is I won't do anything of harm to anyone in the shop, and in fact, I'm investing in trying to get a job to do no harm and prevent harm. Words aren't my strong point. Usually I have my friends speak for me."
All right, well, come on back tonight and we can talk.
Reef nods and takes this as a success and kind of motions to her as like a quick nodding surprise bowing motion with his head, and be like, "Wow, thank you. Okay, thank you. I won't mess this up. I promise you. Done great work for the guard before. I've worked for others in the city before too, and I have references. So if you want, I'll bring them when I come back." Just and then grabs their friends and goes, "We should leave. We got our cures. We should leave. Give her time and space. We're taking up too much space. There's too many of us. I want a job. Come on, let's go."
So Reef is excitedly hurrying everyone else out. I will skip ahead until you guys return. That all right? Makes sense?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Remove a lot of these other tokens. I'm going to move you guys outside the store for the moment. So, when you come back, the same two guards are back by the doors. I'd like everybody to make a perception roll.
I got theirs.
No, you don't. Damn it.
I roll better than you, Mrs. Eyeballs.
Whatever.
Suck it.
No.
So Theo hears voices on the approach to the store. And he just he goes to Reef and he says, "Everybody else wait here, I'll be right back." He heads in the direction of the alleyway. And let me roll stealth for him. Make sure he's not just Okay. These. Okay. So Theo, very carefully goes up to the corner of the building, and he takes a peek down towards the alleyway, where he spots one of the guards talking to someone who he is going to try and get a better look at. It is the guy from inside the store earlier who was way too excited about everything. Theo watches as the guard hands something over to the guy and then quickly like shoos him away. And he goes further down the street away from where Theo is currently positioned and then eventually disappears into the night. Theo returns to the rest of you and he says, I think that what we originally thought about that guy was right.
All right, everyone, remember his face. We're gonna murder him later.
He just says, yeah, I think...
Maybe we should figure out what the fuck he's doing before we murk him.
No.
No, I didn't say we don't murk him. I said let's figure out what he's doing before we do that.
I'm saying, like, well, yeah, like, we're gonna deal with this problem first, but once this situation's sorted out, I say we go track him down. Because why not? But first, we got business to do here. Reef, you know what to do.
So as you approach the store, the guards know you're supposed to be here. They simply allow you inside. And then actually once you are all inside, they are going to go in behind you. So we're all together.
Yay. So, where's the guard that was scared of me?
The next to Theo, this one here.
I want him near me.
He knows better than to defy you. After
And goes, hey, we're gonna work together, buddy. What's your name?
he just says, "Wait, we are? Since
Yeah.
when?"
I look up at Verena, and it goes, well, she told me to come back later tonight when I offered my services, and I'm here. So, since now, I suppose. I look at Verena and go, oh, and by the way, because you're doing this for the common folk, I'll do it for half my normal rate. What do you pay these guards? I say, smirking at them.
Vendra just says, I wouldn't worry about that. You'll be taken care of. You don't have to worry.
I'm not worried. I'm saying I'd rather you pay me less and invest more into this cure that you're taking care of everyone with.
Motive. I don't like the way she said that at all.
All right, sure.
Thane?
What about it? Like, what information are you trying to gain?
She said, don't worry about payment. We'll sort that out later. I don't trust that. We'll take real good care of you. I don't trust that at all.
Yeah, it's very in character for Sin.
Sarah knows nothing. Sarah needs to stop pretending she can know things.
You roll a 21. Stop complaining.
Yeah, what you know?
God damn it, Nutella. You're worthless.
Hey, it's because of this nickname you gave me. It's throwing my game off.
No excuse.
Or wait,
I'm still
I did roll a
ignoring you.
21. Sorry, I saw the perception roll from earlier.
None of you succeed the check.
Motherfucker.
Can I try again?
No, that's not how this works.
Come
I
on.
do a good enough back flip. Can I try again?
I mean, you can sense mode of like other things that she's going to say or do, like just not this one.
Damn it.
Vendra is not really giving much away. She does seem eager to move the conversation along a little bit, as opposed to getting stuck on how much money Reef is going to make. But as far as you can tell, yeah, she'll take care of Reef financially. Shouldn't be an issue.
All right, so as far as I'm concerned, Reef is just gonna look at the guard and just go, so yeah, we're gonna be coworkers now. I wasn't bluffing earlier when I said I was here to help. And then I'm gonna boop him on the nose. I'm gonna ask her and I know what my first assignment is. And if my friends can be of use, even if it's helping with crowd control in the morning or mitigating a crowd forming in the first place before opening or transportation of product. I even look at her and I say, I mean, to be honest, I literally grew up on the coast. So if you want to have this spread far out of the city, if it gets to that point, I have connections. And so do they. So we all kind of have our own specialties.
Sarah, by the way, has definitely tried to disguise herself.
Oh, okay. That would have been good to know beforehand. What do you...
I forgot to mention, I just realized that. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Because clearly, like, this woman's going to remember her as the girl that broke down crying.
True. Roll a disguise check. Ah.
So Sarah couldn't figure out a disguise because she was kind of flustered. So she's literally just wearing her hood down. So she's just wearing her hood and hoping that's enough. Her hood up and hoping that's enough. So she's, yeah.
Vendra says, well, my new friend, you can help one of the guards who's currently in the alleyway as he prepares to accept a shipment that's coming in tonight.
Reef just gets really excited.
She says, you can just go around to the other side and he'll tell you what to do.
I nod, and I do that. And I'm going to mentally make a note of all the entrances, all pathways, and kind of start sketching it out in my little notebook as we're walking. And if the guard asks me, I'm gonna literally be like, my job is to detail into security. This is my own personal possession. You think anyone's gonna get near this? Towering over him, being like, no, this doesn't leave my body. This is for me. I'm a visual learner, thank you. Before he can say anything to him. Do I notice the man down the alleyway that I spoke with briefly earlier?
The guy who seemed
if
like
you're
he...
discording, Tim, you no longer talkie on the discordy thing.
The guy, so yeah, it's like every time the Discord window is like no longer visible on my screen, it after a couple minutes it just cuts my voice off and then I can't get it back unless I leave and rejoin. I've had this problem before, but not for like a really long time, and I'm very frustrated that it's back again. Anyway,
I've had it before as well.
If you're talking about the guy that everyone thought might have been a shill, he's nowhere to be seen. However, before long, you get a glimpse of what this shipment is that's coming in, as several barrels that are very, very heavy are being offloaded from a cart and taken in by this guard here, as he both takes note of how many barrels that are being received and begins to kind of move them around a bit and organize them so that they can easily be taken inside. At a certain point, he kind of just looks at you and says, "Well, don't just stand there. You're supposed to be helping me, right?"
Well, yeah, I am. Well, yeah, let's go. And I don't know where I'm going.
All right, so he tells you to grab a barrel, and he begins taking you towards the boarded up door
Yes.
down here.
Yes. No, I know. Sorry, I got excited to move myself when I guess we both moved me. So in his head, Reef is just going, yes, motherfucker, I knew this door meant something.
So he kind of takes, in the interest of leaving the boards attached to the door, he kind of just takes, he pulls out some kind of tool and kind of slides it in between, the door and the frame, and manages to kind of jimmy it open, and brings you inside with the barrels. And what you see in here...
I can't get inside.
Oh, that's because I didn't move the dynamic lighting thing. Hold on. Now you can get inside.
Yay.
So he brings you inside, and you see bits of broken crates and barrels covering the floor of what looks like a pretty badly dilapidated apartment. In the corner of the room, right about here, there is a tub that is full of some kind of oily looking substance. The lip of the tub is about 4 feet high, and a very well used, like almost like an oar sticking out of it to stir up whatever's inside. Next to this tub, there are several large casks of what appear to be kind of like a murky looking water, and 2 more stacks of boxes. One stack holds dozens of small ceramic vials with the same magenta colored stoppers that you saw earlier inside the store. The other stack of boxes holds just a mismatched collection of delicate looking perfume bottles. Inside the little nook here is what it looks like a makeshift kitchen. This holds another crate filled with just a large amount of broken shards of multicolored glass. Despite being in shambles, the apartment smells delightful. You pick up scents of various spices, flowers, and exotic oils.
I'm just gonna take all that in, and look at the guy and go, so this is where we store it all? That's not a far move. And Reef just kind of goes out and goes to grab more barrels to not seem suspicious.
Yeah, and he says, yeah, this is where we store it, and then once we're done storing it, we're going to get down to the business of making it.
Wait, we make it too? Even though we're just guards?
Sure, yeah, everyone's part of the operation here.
Reef just kind of looks at him and kind of lights up and goes, I get to fucking learn things. Let's fucking go. A job and knowledge. Right, I see why you work here.
Yeah, we just get started while Vendra's closing up shop inside, and then she'll join us later.
All right, sounds good to me, man. And Reef, this isn't the guard that was scared of me, right?
No, different guard. This is the guard that Theo spotted.
Okay. So do I still see McGee over here?
No, I just didn't delete the token. He's
That's
gone.
fine.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm gonna just pretty much, can I do this as like an intimidation kind of thing where I just kind of try to carry to, if possible, I don't want to break them no matter what, but if possible, I want to grab as many barrels as possible and move them as much as possible, as quickly as possible, to just do the normal Reef thing of trying to be as grandiose as possible and make sure he's guaranteed this job, and also to kind of intimidate this guy and make him realize, like, let's not fuck around and find out.
All right, yeah. Make a strength check.
I'm gonna turn off my rage because I am not raging. Bunk. And I would not be exhausted either because I would have ended a while ago.
Right. Let me see how much you can carry. So
Raging for social situations is actually brilliant sometimes.
I would say that you you can carry one barrel while kind of tying yourself to a second barrel and kind of like dragging it behind you as you're walking along.
I'm gonna put a little plank of wood underneath it so it doesn't grind the barrel open and pour the liquid out, and then just
Smart.
lean it on my back and drag that plank of wood with some rope that I have because of my goddamn giant rope of weapons. And I'm not gonna even untie any weapons. I'm just gonna pull that giant string of weaponry out and at the end tie it to the fucking stab a hole in the wood and tie it to the center of it and then just lean the thing against my back. So just by Fulcrum's like force, it's supported by me and on the thing slowly being dragged by me. So I have my hands behind my back and I'm just pulling it I have it tied around my waist. So not my hands behind my back. My hands in front of me holding the one barrel while the other one's dragging behind me, like leaning against me. Using my wings to like hold it against me. That's what I meant to say.
Okay.
My brain got short-circuited.
So yeah, as you make it back to the door, the guard who's with you kind of just turns around and looks at you and says, "Geez, you're really putting in the overtime there."
I mean, we don't want people realizing where we haul this stuff, right? So the less time it's outside, the better.
Got that right. And then over the next little while, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. No, I was just gonna say rethinks to himself, and the sooner that we get inside to talk to Vendra.
Yeah. Over the next little while, you guys finish moving all the barrels. And he at one point is going to pop one open and just says, "All right, well, let's get started." And he goes to take, like, given the size of the barrel, takes relatively small amounts of the contents inside, which is the same sort of kind of like murky looking water that was in one of the other containers. And he's adding small amounts at a time into this giant tub of oily liquid and using the giant paddle that's in there to, kind of do his best to stir it all together. It's not mixing very well, as you might expect, oil and water. But he's doing his best, and he says, "I know it looks bad now, but it'll come together."
Reef. All right.
And
It'll come
then
together.
he points to one of the crates that's on the floor, and he just says, "Hey, grab one of those bags in there and bring it here."
I grabbed it. I'm gonna walk over. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Grab it out and hand it to him and goes, "What is it?"
You notice that just as you're handing it over to him, there's a very slight tear in the top of the bag, and you can kind of see what's inside of it. Go ahead and roll perception.
Perception.
10. Okay. Well, you didn't have to roll very high. This is a substance that you've seen before. Relatively well, as it's used in many different concoctions in the world. It's a bag of sugar.
What?
It's sharp.
No, not sharp sugar, just regular sugar.
I know, but Reef has a moment, and
Reef thinks it's drugs. But
Reef wants it to be drugs. Realizes it lights
true.
up for half a second, looks and realizes it's just normal sugar. And goes, that's sugar.
Guard says, yeah. What about it?
Well, to be honest, I wasn't expecting to grab sugar from a barrel. That's all. That's it. And then shrugs and walks out with him.
Yeah, and he begins pouring it into the tub. He's being a bit more liberal with the sugar than he is with the water. He is certainly adding a pretty good amount of it into this tub as he continues to stir with the paddle. Kind of just looking at him, he does seem a little bit bored by this whole thing and kind of just wants to, just kind of waiting out the time until Vendra and the other guards finish up and they can all get down to business together. He says, he even says as much. He says, oh, early parts of the shift tend to be a drag when it's just me doing everything.
Reef kind of goes, well, we can always play games of it. We can play Knivesy.
He says, oh, well, that certainly won't help us get anything done here.
No, but it'll make it less boring for sure.
Well, can't argue that. But
Reef grins
Reef
and just
really
goes,
loves knivesies, doesn't he?
Reef likes winning Knivesies and only when he's winning Knivesies. And it only challenges people he's pretty sure he can win against.
Oh, haha.
So Reef is just doing his best to try to get on this guard's good side and just asks him, just making small talk about just his weaponry, his armor, like his garb, like throughout the day, not just like grilling him or interrogating him, just like pointing out stuff that he's got and be like, oh, that's cool. Like, this is what I got. Like, ooh, like, how'd you get into this work? Like, are you like mercenary like I am, or like throughout the shift?
Yeah, so as far as weaponry and things that he has on him, you can see that he carries a rapier and a hand crossbow. He's got a small, kind of like a quiver of bolts strapped to his hip. He also has a small shield on his back, and as he kind of moves around, obviously his clothing, shifts as well. You kind of get a little glimpse of what he's got on underneath it, and he's wearing a chain shirt. They like to keep he at least likes to keep all of his gear on and at the ready just in case anything happens.
Okay, so decently armed, but
Yeah.
doesn't look like anything too overtly intimidating. Just
Yeah, and
having the time to check.
Not a lot of like makeshift stuff or any sort of items that are in a state of disrepair. Like, all of his stuff is well kept and definitely looking ready for use, let's say.
All right. Reef is just calculating to himself in his head, like, how much of a threat these guys are and where to look for weaknesses, look for strengths, looks for ways I can possibly induce some allyship versus the person they're working for, like how loyal they are. Like, these are all the things, like, throughout our shift we're working together. I'm just trying to, like, organically find out.
Mm-hmm.
You can... I don't want to take, like, all the time role playing.
Yeah, we can kind of just make it a diplomacy check for the
the
time spent.
I feel like yeah.
No, it's fine. Hey, you took this on 16. Okay. You get a couple small details here and there. This particular guard explains to you that he sort of made a career out of just being like the proverbial like kind of hired gun. He says, my loyalty is whoever's handed me a bag at the end of the day. But as far as this stuff is concerned, he's just kind of sits there the whole time, just stirring this tub, adding more water, adding more sugar as he feels it's necessary.
I'm like in my own when he's not paying attention, like noting down all the steps of what we're doing, what we're using. I'm working on my detailed sketch that I did of like, well, my dry sketch of like the layout of the building, and I'm making it more detailed. Like any little bits of downtime where like I have time to do something on my own where it doesn't seem outlandish, I'm going to be doing these things.
All right. At a certain point, a second guard appears and gives the first guy a break for a few minutes. Steps outside. This second guard doesn't say anything to you at all. He mutters something under his breath when the first guy leaves to take a little bit of a break. Something to the effect of, well, at least now we have an imposing presence among us. Something like that. A Mogus. But yeah, he just keeps on stirring. He tests for a few different things with the liquid that's in this tub. Like I said, just keeps up with the test that the first guy was performing. Added some more water, added some sugar, making sure everything's in balance. But this one's not the talkative type. He doesn't really strive to engage you in conversation at all.
Reef attempts once or twice, but doesn't want to push his luck and just kind of just goes, all right, if you need me to just be a guard dog, I'll shut up.
Wait, hold up. Sorry, this just clicked. Are you telling me this shit is just sugar water?
Yes. So
Are
far.
you telling me that I failed a role to identify sugar water?
No, it's not only sugar water.
So far.
I've made
Reef, that's what it is.
I've made no mention of what the oily substance is, but Reef is gonna find that out actually while he's in there. The third ingredient that gets added to this tub, the oily substance, which the first guard was either neglecting or simply didn't deem necessary. You watch at one point, the second guard is going to grab another box, and this box is one of the ones I mentioned earlier that's filled with a random assortment of perfume bottles of all different shapes and sizes, and he's going to open a couple of them up and just pour the contents into the tub.
Reef's just gonna blink, look back and forth, and be like, are we not... Wait. Reef's looking at his little notes. Water. Sugar. Perfume? Question mark. Narrowing his eyes and looking at him. Are we just making snake oil? His voice slightly cracks.
You say this as the second guard comes back in. He shuts the door behind him. Not even really so much because he heard you, more just because force of habit. And then it clicks to him and he just says, run that by me again.
What? I asked if we were making snake oil. Not that I'm going to tell anyone. But so far I've seen us we just put in perfume. I'm confused. I'm not an apothecary. Apothecary?
Peacock!
I didn't do that on purpose. I'm not an apothecary. So I don't know, but it seems like perfume doesn't seem like a cure for disease. Am I wrong? I'm not going to tell anyone. It's not my business. You know what? I just thought I was going to be guarding. You're showing me how to do this stuff. I just was asking. I mean no offense, and I want my job. Reef just shows himself zipping his mouth shut and says no more.
The guard that had taken over stops stirring. He reaches for his weapons. The first guard says, now, enlighten me. When the job was described to you, Was asking questions part of the job description?
No, I usually just get a job and figure out how to do it as the job goes.
Ah,
And I tend to offer bodyguard services, and that's what I did offer today, and that's what she said I was being hired for. So yeah, if
well,
I'm still guarding whatever this is, I'll still do it. I just got curious because you had me helping you make it. They pat the chub on the side and just goes, whatever this bad boy is, it can keep being what it is. I'll say nothing to no man or woman or child or any being of fact or other. I can shut up if you want.
yeah, well, see, that's the thing. You can tell me that, and I can listen to you saying it, but I don't believe you.
Well, here's the thing. You told me to help you make something I've never known how to make before. Isn't it fair for me to know so I don't get caught off guard when someone asks me questions? Now that I'm working here, I can be like, oh no, we want this stuff to be good for you. And we want you to have an enjoyable experience. So we don't want it to smell like disgusting medicine. We want it to be a floral experience. Reef just kind of shrugs and goes, I don't know. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. I got all the way into here with you guys. If I wanted to fight, I would have just bonked your heads together at the door this morning. But I didn't. I wanted a job. I'm not good at negotiating for a job. I'll give you guys that. But you really don't need to throw hands. Or swords. Or anything else for that matter. I literally just dragged a bunch of these barrels in with you. With a fucking string full of weapons. If I wanted to fuck your day up, I would have just gone whoop, poof while you guys were helping me carry them.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm thankful for the help, but I'm afraid you know too much. Weapons.
Oh, you guys fucking brought me here on purpose, you dicks.
Weapons drawn.
Does he have any metal on him?
I mean, his weapons are. His shield appears to be made of steel. I did mention that you caught a glimpse of what he was wearing under his, top layer of clothing, that he has a chain shirt on. So, yeah, he's wearing some metal. They both are.
May I have a surprise opportunity attack?
I don't really think that this is a surprise round.
No, but I do have 10-foot arms that I have never extended in front of them 10 feet.
I suppose that could be...
I'll take a hit in the process if it means I can bop him with something and not anything. Specifically, I want to reach out and grab him where he's got metal on him.
Reach out and touch me.
That's exactly what I want to do, and then I want to do something if that's allowed. And if it means he takes a full swing at me, that's fine. But I just think my freakishly long arms was worth the ask.
Well, let's see how fast you are. Roll sleight of hand.
That's fair. Rapid extendo arms, go. Oh, they didn't extendo that well. Me trying to rapid extendo arms and failing. Kind of.
Go, gadget. Extendo arms.
Reef's gonna die.
Oh,
No, we're in the shop. You're not far away.
Unfortunately, they're both at the ready.
God damn it.
So, please roll initiative.
I hope out of spite I get first.
You got this.
And you did.
Let's go.
I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
Wait, is raging a standard action? I don't remember anymore.
I think so.
Something like a free action because, that'd be pretty silly.
Blood Rager. Blood Rage. A Blood Rager can enter Blood Rage as a free action.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. And then I'm going to touch him with Shocking Grasp because I'm mad at him.
Far
I
one.
wanted to be friends.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
The one that's going to be more surprised by the fact that I can touch him from where I'm standing.
Yeah, I mean that would make sense. Yeah, that's that seems reasonable. All right.
I can't get my buffs to open, so can you turn my blood rage back on?
Yeah.
Let me know so I can roll.
It's on.
Whee!
Oh,
I
rip.
couldn't do any better. I couldn't do any better. I am. Can I use a hero point to do anything to fix this?
Hero points. Let's see what hero points can be spent on. In this book. Not to re-roll or anything like that. You can spend a hero point to give yourself a little bit of damage reduction. Or
Then yeah.
actually, that's really the only thing that would benefit you right now. Is to
Okay, then yeah. Save myself from shocking the shit out of my own body.
Okay, so what's gonna happen is you lose a hero point. You're down to 4, and you are currently affected by you have damage reduction -3.
Okay.
That cannot be physical damage. It cannot be bypassed by any means.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I natural failed that. So do I have any action economy left?
You didn't move, so you can do that.
How tall is this room?
I'd say probably like 9 feet, 9 to 10 feet.
God damn it. I'm going to sidestep to and then charge out the door.
Okay. So you're moving completely, trying to move in through the door.
Mhm.
All right. So the door, you're able to open the door. That's going to draw 1 opportunity attack. You feel yourself get slashed by a rapier. You suffer 4 points of slashing damage. But you're able to move at least into the doorway and then into this little closet space. If you wish.
Reef? I do. And then I'm gonna shut the door.
Interesting. Okay.
And Reef is now going to put whatever is in front of him in front of the door as much as possible on his next turn. But
Okay.
if there's a lock on the door, I'm gonna lock it. I feel like that's reasonable to like turn, shut the door, and just turn the handle and be like, "Ugh."
All right. Yeah. So you go ahead and lock the door.
That's my turn.
Okay. The two guys come up to the door. One of them has a key to the door. So
I'm holding the door shut.
yeah, he tries to open it. This is going to be an opposed strength check. So go ahead and roll that for me. And
Go.
he gets the door open. Which that's his actions. But the other one is going to swing at you again. He hits you with his rapier, and you suffer 6 points of slashing damage this time.
Alright. He's gonna try this again.
Do we hear anything by this point?
Roll perception.
Oh.
You're gonna have to roll
Can-
fairly high because
Can
this
I-
is in
is it my turn?
another building. Yeah, it's your turn.
I'm gonna bellow as loud as fucking possible because I was about to do this before you asked. Fuck the queen in Reef's actual voice. As my code word to our group, because it's the first thing Reef can think of. And I'm just gonna start hurling weapons from the rope at the guy who's now opened the door at me. So whatever the first weapon in the line of weapons is, I'm throwing it, whatever it is.
Okay.
Well, if you want me to roll like a 1d8, just
you would know that, so that's.
Well, I just had randomly tied it all around, so it's in some just like
sure.
haphazard order, and I just tied new weapons in, so I don't know what section of the rope I'm tied into and what section of the rope like the weapons are. So I'm just gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weapons. I'm gonna roll 1d8, and whatever number it is the weapon I'm hurling.
Okay. So
that is the misshapen silver object. So I'm just gonna start.
So yeah, go ahead and roll. 15. It's a miss. Doesn't bust through their chain shirts.
All right.
Did we hear Reef's call for help?
In the other building, Theo certainly did. Oh, I should probably roll for the bad guys too to see if they hear it. Because this will mean that if none of them hear it, then I'm gonna do something funny with Theo. Okay, so 2 of them heard it. Nadia also heard it. Three of them, Avenger included. So.
Hold on, I forgot to roll for that. Give me a sec.
Yep.
Why can I never find my perception rolls? Okay.
26, yeah, you hear it too. So, what happens here is everyone is just kind of look at each other, with a sense of what's happening. Something's going wrong here. The guards, 2 of the guards that are closer to the counter, are going to draw their weapons. The 3rd guard is lagging a bit behind on that. He doesn't seem to hear the noise. Theo starts looking around, trying to figure out what the best move is. He takes a look towards the door, which is currently being blocked by this guy. He takes a look at the window, perhaps thinking maybe we just dive through it and try to run around and help out. I mean, he's not verbalizing any of this because obviously they're all going to hear what you guys want to do. But he's going to draw his own weapons and say, all right, what are we doing?
That was a call for help. We should help. Let's go.
Okay. I'm going to have
boys.
I'm going to have the rest of you roll your initiatives now then.
Oh shit, that's not initiative, sorry.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And we take those.
Oh. To be honest, I feel like that is Reef's role right now in his intelligence for saying it's snake oil out loud. He didn't think it would escalate that fast.
Although Sarah rolling a 4 in intelligence is generally just fucking funny.
Oh, it absolutely is.
It is, yeah.
Then again, when she got something wrong, her response was to just cry. So the dice know what's up.
The dice know what's up.
Some ties. All right. So, back inside the little room here. Reef, it is your turn.
So it's my turn again. Reef is gonna be angry that his sharpening of weapons didn't work. And now he's just gonna be like, okay, then you have a weapon, and you have a weapon. So now I have my weapon in my hands, which I'm gonna roll my 1d7 for because I have.
So, well, yeah, this weapon is made of divine force.
No, well, I'm saying, but I have. I'm picking what weapon I have in my hands now that I hurt the other one.
Oh, that you're right. Sorry.
Randomly just going through the list of what I have.
Okay. So,
Reef is blood raging, so he's just randomly grasping back at the rope, grabbing and throwing. Because he's in a corner and he's angry. So the 4 was the sting chuck, which
you don't have any sting chucks.
Any effect. So then it would be the Actist.
And that's another natural 1, unfortunately.
Kirk. Reef is gonna close the door again and end his turn in the corner. He's gonna close and lock the door and move away to the corner.
Okay. Well, it is now Vendra's turn. Vendra is going to start screaming at the guards to do something about all of this. And while she is yelling at the top of her lungs, trying to keep the rest of you focused on what the guards are doing, because clearly they're gonna move to stop you. She is going to walk around this way. And Sarah, you feel something stab you.
The fuck?
As Vendra gets you with a dagger, which, including her sneak attack, deals 12 points of piercing damage.
Did not see that coming.
One of the thugs who's dealing with Reef is going to use his key to open the door.
I'm still also holding it shut with my freakishly long arms.
All right, yeah, so opposed strength check once again.
I don't need to stand in front of the door to hold it shut anymore.
That's right.
Damn it.
That's right. Okay, this time you successfully hold the door closed.
I'm just gonna yell at them to fuck off and say, I don't want to actually kill you. Why do you think I'm throwing my weapons, not actually fighting? And then I'm gonna have my divine Kirk sword smack him in the face anyway.
Theo, with his very advanced eyeballs, he sees what happens to Sarah, and he's going to try and put a stop to that immediately using the new weapon that he just acquired. Forgot to put the damage type in there. That is slashing damage. And that is a hit. He deals 8 points of damage to Vendra. The two guards, naturally, they're going to try and move in and stop you guys from causing any more problems. One of the guards is going to try to follow up and hit Sarah. The other one is going to try and hit Vondilla. You both get hit. Sarah takes 4 points of slashing damage. Vondilla takes 6. On Vondilla's turn, she will use this spell.
Oh, shit.
Unfortunate that she rolled a 1. Oh, right. She has to cast defensively because she's... Oh, never mind. She failed to cast defensively, so the spell is lost.
Ah, poor Jack.
Probably not a bad thing, given, again, that she rolled a 1. Sin's turn.
Alright, time to win the game.
Time to win the game.
Damn, I used Dazzling Display.
Okay.
So most of the time, it's a full round action, and whenever I can roll Intimidate, and then make everyone, if I roll high enough, I can make them shaken. But since I have at least 5 ranks Intimidate, I can turn that into making them frightened. So I'm gonna do that.
All right.
And this is a +2 because of course I have my scary mask. And I'm assuming they're all Corvosa, so it's another +2. And I get a +1 because I get an extra +1 because I'm a urban barbarian and yeet.
So that's 20... What was the total bonuses? It was what, +5? Those 23?
+5.
23. Okay. Let's see here. $23. Are they demoralized? Yep, they are.
Yes.
All enemies within 30 feet of you are demoralized. So that's everybody in this in the shop with you right now.
Yes. Once I demoralize everyone, it's a full round action, so I can't go any further. So I'm just gonna move a 5-foot step. I just point to the window. I just say, "Go, go, go."
Nadia, your turn.
I'm gonna shoot one.
You are okay.
No. Not option.
Nadia,
I mean, it's an option.
Reese in danger. Go.
Reef's in danger. Rich.
Yes.
Wait. See this
Hey,
way? Which way? Down the
No,
alley.
I pointed the window because obviously the guard's not gonna let you pass. Like, you don't have to, you don't want to. I'm just saying what Sin said. I just pointed to the window. I said, go, go, go.
I mean, she could she could try to bull rush the guard to get through him, but yeah, you could also just go, dive through the window if you want to.
Through the window.
All right, so you dive through the window. Roll acrobatics.
I'm gonna fail.
No, you're not. You got this. Is there enough to break the glass?
Oh, breaking the glass was not the issue here.
That's all we care about.
You dive through the window and you face plant on the ground and you take 1 point of damage from glass shards that just kind of land on you. But you're now through the busted window.
Yay! Can I get up?
No, not yet. You're considered prone. You gotta wait till next turn. Also, there were some opportunity attacks against you. As
Right, they're frightened, so they can't.
They are. Okay, so. Let me go back and read your check again, in the modifiers. You didn't exceed by at least 10.
Really?
No.
That's crazy, because isn't the DC like...
It's 10 plus hit dice plus wisdom modifier.
It's higher than 23? That's fucking nuts.
No, it's higher than 13. You have to exceed by at least 10 to frighten them, otherwise they're just shaken.
Damn it. Alright, I fucked up. I thought they were frightened.
But yeah,
I would
they
have said go, go, go if I didn't know that. God damn it.
they can still attack. It's just at a -2. So it's only 2 of them that get a chance to take a swipe at her. It's Vendra and one of the guards. So let's see what happens as Vendra tries to quickly.
I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry. I was trying to read it.
stab Nadia with her dagger. She does for 2 points of piercing damage. One of the guards will use his rapier. That's also a hit for 6 points of slashing damage. And it's now Sarah's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna use my Wand of Acid Splash.
Okay.
And
That is going to be a use magic device check. Please. Fail to activate the wand. It doesn't expend a charge, but just nothing happens.
Sarah tries to use magic device, and it doesn't work. So she just turns to Vondilla and go, "What the freak? Poured my heart out to you."
Vondilla
That didn't work, so we're gonna try guilt slinging.
kind of just shrugs and says, "Well, I didn't know that was going to happen."
You didn't know you were gonna. You had no control over that.
Look, we're going to be fine. Don't worry. It's now the guard who is blocking the door. He's going to try to take a swing at Sin. He hits. Sin takes 5 points of slashing damage.
Damn it, I should have raged. I forgot. Alright, he's on my shit list.
Top of the round, Reef's turn. Cross the alleyway.
It's my turn, and I'll cry if I want to. I'll cry if I want to.
That's what Sarah was singing earlier in the shop.
So, the door is closed.
Yes, still being held closed by you.
I'm going to open the door.
Oh, that actually hurt.
Oh, actually, speaking of Sarah, I need you to roll something when you get a chance. Give me a fortitude save, please.
Step back. Break some long arms.
Tim,
Yo.
that's going down. I just realized it's because they were demoralized and not just frightened. It's my feat. Whenever I demoralize people, I can add a D4 to it.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and do that. That could be important.
Of course. Yes.
3, so that becomes 26.
Oh no, it's not to intimidate. It's just the it adds more rounds to them being.
Oh, duration. Okay, so they're shaken for now four rounds now because it's normally one. That'll get reduced at the end of your turns. All right, so back to Reef. And also, Sarah, if you could, I need a fort save, please.
Sorry, just give me 1 second.
Yeah, no worries. So as it turns out, the dagger that Vendor stabbed you with was poisoned.
Of course it was. There we go.
21, you're fine. Yes,
Okay.
it is your turn. Sorry, I realized that I forgot to ask Sarah for a roll when something
I'm not
happened. No, I know. I just...
Okay. A lot was happening, and I didn't want to like talk over anyone, so I was just like, "Wait, let me make sure."
Yeah, just making a couple corrections, but yeah, Reef. So I see that you've moved slightly, and you're still holding the door closed. And
Yeah, that was effectively. I was like, "Wait, let me move back if I'm not supposed to be shifting it." That was.
no, you're good.
So I'm going with one hand, open the door
Uh-huh.
very quickly and surprise the person, and with the other hand, just stab them as vigorously as possible with my glaive. Since I am far enough away.
Wow. Okay. Yes. That's a hit. It's gonna be on this guy. Or
Am I
let's see here.
on whoever? Whoever, because I am literally just opening the door, going whah, stabbing, and then pulling the thing back and closing it again.
All right. Yeah. So you hit. You deal 14 points of slashing damage to the guard. And then
I'm gonna bellow through the door and go, see, that's what happens when I go to try to kill you. That's called maiming.
just as quickly, you get the door back shut once again.
My turn.
All right. Vendra's turn. Vendra is going to move this way, which will draw an opportunity attack from Theo. Theo hits for 4 points of damage. She's going to try and get a sneak attack on the now surrounded Vanilla. 25 hits. She deals a total of 7 points of piercing damage. The two guards dealing with Reef are going to once again try and pull the door open. So another strength check, please, Reef. Wow, these guys need to hit the bricks. Let me tell you. Okay, while I'm waiting for that, Theo's gonna go. Theo is going to... Theo is going to kind of elbow Sin and just say, "Hey, should I go with Nadia to help Reef, or should I stay here?"
I'll help Reef. I got this.
All right, and so then Theo goes out the window. Let me roll acrobatics for him. See if he's has.
So I just got back. Where's the second dude or the third dude?
So there's two in here.
Did the third dude die?
No. Oh, Sarah's just standing on top of him for some reason.
Okay, never mind. Message. Go.
But yeah, Theo is much more graceful, lands on his feet. And he looks down at Nadia and just says, "Come on," and he starts to go. He can only go like another 10 feet, so he doesn't get too far ahead of her.
I just look at him with envy.
The two here are going to see that they have Sarah kind of cornered up against the counter, and they're gonna swing their rapiers towards her. Only one of them hits, dealing 4 points of slash damage. The other one rolls a 10 and misses.
I've been so good. Like, it's not hurting myself this campaign.
We've traded spots. We've traded spots today. I have gotten 3 nat once in a row almost.
Bondilla is going to... How does the spell work exactly? Notice I didn't have any... yes, of course. I've forgotten to add the area. Just gonna cast defensively again. This time it's successful. She's going to cast Bane on all of the enemies here. We have a 10, a 19, a natural 1, and Vendra 20. So 2 of the guards are going to have a -1 to attack rolls. And any saving throws against fear effects. That lasts for... Oh, that's going to last a while. It's a few minutes. All right, Sin's turn.
Alright, not gonna move this time. Because, yeah. I am gonna try to do what I did before. I'm gonna roll Intimidate over the best.
Okay.
Just need above a 9. Come on, D&D gods.
Is this
Go.
the same bonuses as before?
Yep.
All right, so 25.
Yeah.
This time you do exceed by 10 on at least the guards.
Okay.
Let's see. On Vendra, it's less than 10 on Vendra, so she remains shaken. The guards now get to make saves, which conveniently enough they take -1s on because this is technically fear.
And they're all shaken, so they take -2s from that.
Also
as well.
true, yes, and those are additive, so it becomes -3. So DC here is what, 16? I assume you're maxing Intimidate. It's-
It is how many ranks I have in it.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, 10 plus number of ranks. So if you max it out so far, then it's 15 then. Forgot you guys are level 5. All right. I have a 5, an 11, and another natural 1. So they are all frightened.
Excellent, excellent. Alright, now I'm gonna say, alright, this time everyone's frightened except the bitch. And I point to whoever her face is.
Yep. You point directly at Vendra.
Alright, Sarah, get out of here. Go help Reef. I got this. Vanilla, you too.
She says, "Okay, but you know what? Never mind."
The rage. I forgot. Rage.
Sarah just kind of grunts.
Grunts.
Alright, rage constitution.
Okay. So Nadia, your turn. You stand up. I presume.
Yes.
And then you start following Theo.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you want to do?
Dash, I guess.
Yeah, I assume. So yeah, you can get a little further ahead.
How much further?
About as far as it moved you, because getting up is part of your movement too. So
Ah. Okay. Well, that's all I can do, I guess.
all right. Sarah, your turn.
Sarah is going to try the wand of acid splash again.
Okay.
You motherfucker.
First.
Nope.
And I still don't know how to use it. Sarah's like, fuck this. Peace, I'm out. And starts making my oh shit, I'm still cornered.
They're frightened.
They're,
They can't do anything.
yeah, they can't
Oh,
hurt you. You can.
So, right. So I just make my way out.
All right, so yeah, you make it over to the window. You can like kind of just step through what was the window, and yeah, get to Jesus Christ. Yeah, there. And you're outside.
Yeah, and Sarah just literally says, fuck this, I'm out, as she leaves.
Well, this guy here is compelled to run away from the source of the fear. That's sin. So he's gonna
Opportunity attack.
hightail it out. Yep, go ahead.
Alright.
It's not a hit.
I regret nothing.
Reef,
Yes.
your turn.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time.
Open the door,
top.
swing glaive.
Open door, swing glaive, yell at them that this is murder time, and close door.
All right. You hit the same guy. 13 points of slashing damage. He yells out in a significant amount of pain. You actually, just as you close the door, you see like a little blood spurt kind of go flying out. You can still hear his voice, so you know you didn't kill him, but you've gravely injured him.
Good. I am my turn.
Vendra is gonna look at everyone in the room, and she's gonna say, just gonna scream out, "Useless, all of you!" And she's going to attempt to. She's gonna attempt to stab Vondilla again. She does. 3 points of piercing damage, and she is going to take a 5-foot step towards the door. The two thugs are once again going to try to open the door. Reef, go ahead and roll a strength check for me. Oh, okay. You might actually have some competition this time.
Meh.
Nope, you managed to keep it closed.
My door.
They cannot outmuscle you and your dragonness or something.
Good.
Theo is on his turn. He's just gonna sprint past the two girls and start turning the corner down towards the alley. He gets to I don't know, probably about there. Actually, let me proper movement for him. Let's see what he got. 20 feet. What does he have? Oh, he's in a medium load now. That's why. So 80-foot speed. So. Oh, he actually makes it to the door. The outside door. These two guys that are left in the store, again, frightened. They're gonna go out the window. Vondilla does not carry a melee weapon, so no attack of opportunity for her. But she will take aim as they try to leave and try to shoot one of them with her blowgun, and she does. Manages to stick a dart in a guy's back on his way out for 1 point of piercing damage. Sin, you're up.
What to do? And the whole squad's going for Reef. I got this. I'm gonna murder her.
All right, cool. Full attack.
Full attack.
Okay.
Eat.
All right. 16 misses.
There. One. Go. Yeet.
Oh, okay. Not confirmed, but
Okay, nothing.
7 points of slashing damage.
And then... Yeah, I got it.
Oh.
Ah. I regret nothing.
All right.
That's my go.
Well, okay, Nadia, still running to catch up?
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's see. 10, 20, 45. You get inside. And you can see the two goons trying to force the door open to get to Reef. I don't know, you talk to them at all, or you just...
I'm out of breath. And I'm gonna try and yell to Reef across the door. Hey! I'm here to help.
Nice. All right, Sarah. So go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, Reef is just gonna go, we got this! They're dumb! They don't think to break down the door! Tauntingly.
You didn't have to say that out loud, you know.
It's okay, even if they did, they just stabbed themselves.
With that, it is now Sarah's turn.
I'm gonna catch my breath.
Okay.
Okay. So, am I gonna be petty? I'm gonna be petty. So, Sarah, I'm gonna use ventriloquism.
Mm-hmm.
To make my voice appear, or actually, no, I'm not. I'm sorry, I take that back. I am going to use biting words
Okay.
on Vendra, shouting at her, saying, "You're a bitch and a whore!"
Okay. So with your shout, that does reduce the damage, but she gets a will save to negate it.
Yeah, so Sarah is just shouting obscenities at her.
She's currently at a minus 2. 19.
Oh damn.
She seems unaffected, but she's dealing with her own injuries right now, so it's not like she can even muster much of a retort towards you. In fact, as you go to either turn away from her or at least maybe cease looking at her so intently, you actually she's coughing up some blood. She's not looking good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue shouting obscenities at her as she runs away.
Sounds good. This goon is, why are you running? Keeps running. He's gone. Reef, back to you.
Same thing as before. Just gonna do the old stabby shake. And this time I'm going to do my best to actually make sure this guy dies. If my window loads. Come on, loady wheel. Thank you. Roll 20.
Words I never thought I'd hear.
What, thank you, roll 20?
Yes.
Yeah, Reef, you open the door and you hack down the guy that you injured.
I'm gonna look. Does his body stop me from closing the door?
Let's roll. What direction does the body fall? It falls backwards, so no.
Yes, I close the door.
All right.
And I shout to Nadia and go, see?
I just got lucky.
Amid the chaos of what's happening here on Vendra's turn, as I just mentioned, she's really in a bad way right now, coughing up blood. You hear, as I try to get a little softer music for this part, just so you can hear it. You hear the following:
I surrender. I'll give you anything you want. My money, my shop, anything. Just don't kill me or take me to the guards.
I'm not there.
Sin Vondilla is the only ones there. She's essentially at your mercy.
Well, if I can say anything, I'm just gonna tell her to get on the floor and put her hands on her neck.
Just for the gag, Sarah is still shouting obscenities at her.
Vendra drops to her knees, and you wanted her to put her own hands
Lay
on her
down.
neck?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she does as you asked.
Well, the back of her neck. Back of her neck.
Back of
when
her neck.
She's laid down.
Okay. It's a little, I'm trying to visualize that. It's a little awkward, but she does as you ask as best as she can.
Nope.
Meanwhile, now with only one goon trying to pull the door open, actually, no, he is going to realize that he not only has new visitors, but he's outnumbered, and he is. Make an intelligence roll for him. Let's see if he is smart enough to figure this out. Okay. Nadia and I guess Theo as well. Both of you watch as he lowers his weapon. Actually, he's gonna sheath his rapier, and he's gonna say, "You know what? This isn't worth it. Care to let a guy live to fight another day?"
Yes.
I don't know. In my head, I just hear Reef going, "Stab, stab, stab, stab."
So, is this the guy who's scared of me?
No, he was one of the ones who stayed in the shop and has since run away because of sin.
Is this the guy that was chatty with me?
Yes, I believe so.
Reef's gonna literally shout to him and go, "You can either join the Hoard or die. You got two options, buddy. You got a little friendly with me before. You're willing to chat with me. I'm gonna give you the chance. You can either come to this group and our side and give us information of what we know, and we let you go with a nice little payday, and send you on your way, or you end up like your friend here, Porky the Pig, stabbed through and on a spit."
Roll your choice: diplomacy or intimidate.
I mean that intimidatingly.
15. 15 meets the DC. So, Nadia, you see that he is kind of allowed himself to kind of fall back against the wall behind him, kind of just leaning his body there, and eventually he's gonna just slide down and kind of slump over into a seated position, and he's gonna say, "Look, whatever gets me out of here in one piece. I think
Reef opens the door.
I agree to your terms."
So you're part of the Hoard now. Okay.
We adopted a new one. Reef pats him on the head and goes, "You know, that was like a smart choice. Your friend there, decided for some reason to attack me over saying that you guys are selling snake oil. You know what? You literally are. So what? Good choice on not dying over it."
He says nothing in response. He just has a very sheepish look on his face.
Reef hands him rips a piece of clothing off of like a little, not cloth, like clothing, like a piece of the guy's shirt, like a little cloth tear off. Rips a part of that off. Takes about 10 gold coins out of his purse, places it in the shirt and wraps it in it, like ties it shut and drops it on his lap and goes, "Okay, so that's your payday because your boss is definitely not paying you after this. And if I ever see you again and it's in any type of way to try to harm me, I'll kill you." Smiles and then just pokes at Daisy and smiles at her and goes, "Okay, my flower, let's go."
Ah. Okay. Time to walk all the way back, I guess.
Yep, well, this dumbass over here is an existential crisis to go through, and he's gonna go do that with a body next to him. we're gonna head out.
Oh, point of order. Only asking because this is in character for Reef.
It is.
Are you looting his friend on the way out?
Oh, when I should have said it clearer. When I went to tear cloth off his body, dead corpse, to make a little coin purse off of his friend, I was patting him down as well.
Okay, absolutely. Roll perception. We'll see what you get.
We'll see. Not much. I'm in rage form, so it kind of makes sense.
Okay.
I'm gonna end my rage now, but that roll stands in rage.
9. All right. So you grab whatever is both immediately visible and easy to take. So you get his 2 weapons. So that's a masterwork rapier and a masterwork hand crossbow.
Let's go.
You steal the quiver of bolts, 10 in all.
Okay.
And you also steal his light steel shield.
Awesome. All those go into my backpack. And then at the soonest part, we'll go on to my donkey. On top of that, behind me is just a trail of very battered weapons that are now covered in random bits of viscera being dragged behind me in my rope because I have not picked any of them up yet.
Okay. That's a great visual. All right. So, I guess now the only thing left to deal with is Sin.
Howdy.
Do you accept the surrender from Vendra, or for now? Okay. Well,
I didn't get to do anything.
I'm gonna point both my blades at her. I'm just gonna tell her, if you move, I will kill you. If you say a word, I will kill you.
okay.
Stay
Blink,
right
blink.
You get the silence that you requested.
there. I'll go get the others. I got this.
Vondilla kind of just looks out the window and she says, "Are you sure? Like they're still running away?"
Stars are worthless. This one is the prize.
She says,
I'll keep her safe still.
she just says, "Yeah, I agree. I don't think those guys are going to be coming back." And then Vondilla kind of looks at herself and she's like, "Oh, I'm definitely hurt. Let me fix that." And she's going to heal herself.
Yes. We're learning how to heal.
She's going to take a look at Sin and be like, "Are you okay? Do you need any help, or are you all right?"
Gucci.
Okay. What a day.
What a fucking day, for sure.
I
The
ran-
corner.
I ran around doing nothing to help.
Reef's gonna pat you on the top of the head and go, "Yeah, but do you know how much it makes me feel better knowing that you actually heard me call for help? And you know how much better it is to know that I ended up not needing it? Could you imagine you busting into the room to me dead and those 2 guys? I'm glad
No.
we were there. You flanked them. You gave me a bonus against them. I got stronger against them. I got to literally use a door as a fucking weapon. That was fun."
But I wanna. Okay.
I pat you on top of the head and go, "Here's the thing. You usually keep me alive. For once, you actually just got to watch me be stupid and not die."
Well, that's a bonus.
Right?
I'm gonna. Can I sit on your back and you fly us over to the others?
Absolutely. Reef just grabs her, plops her right on to the center of the back, just below the wing, so he can take off and just waves goodbye before we leave the door frame at the guy who's having an existential crisis on the ground and says, "Good luck. Hope you find a new job."
You
And then
hear
just
nothing
flies
from
away.
him, but the next words you hear are from Theo, and he just says, "Yeah, all right. I'll walk." He starts like
Mister, I'm
starts
Go
jogging
get
back
Theo.
around to the front of the store.
Reef, go get Theo.
Reef literally does a double take and goes, "Theo, you motherfucker, you're stealthy. I didn't ah!"
Says, "Don't worry, I move pretty quick."
I know. I'm just surprised. I'm not. I didn't. Tiny one got through the door frame. You didn't. That's not fair. You heard first, didn't you? I'm hovering over as he's walking. I won't fly past him. You're still my
He-
back. Nadia's still my back. She's still getting the ride, but
He says, "Well, yes, I heard the call first, but I wasn't the only one. You know, Nadia acted nearly as quickly as I did."
I give him a noogie. And I go, this is why you're chief strategist. Look at this.
So with the situation at Lavender taken care of as only the Hoard knows how,
Stabbing.
Violence.
Intimidation.
you have secured the surrender of the rather unscrupulous shopkeeper Vendra, selling a bunk cure full of snake oil, and put a stop to her operations. I think this is a good place to end, considering that's almost 11. Went on longer than I expected, but that's okay. We had a good time.
Good time.
One small matter of importance is you guys have once again leveled up.
No.
You are now 6th level, so we can go ahead and roll hit dice before we end the stream.
Blood Rager.
Blood Rager, okay, so that's a D10 question mark? I believe so. Yes, D10. D8 for Nadia and Sarah.
So sorry, what am I supposed to roll? I
1D
just realized that rolling hit dice I don't think worked.
Oh, 1d8. Yeah, and it looks like you. Looks like you rolled a 1, so you can re-roll that anyway. Yeah, we re-roll 1s.
Oh, okay. Cool. Wow.
'Cause
So
it
3
is
for,
no fun to only get a single hit point.
3 for
I
both
have-
of you. So +5 to both of your hit points.
I can do this. I'm at max 57. Let's go.
I am
Alright,
at
this is gonna be-
52.
What are my hit dice?
1d8, Nadia.
Okay.
What
and
do you
then-
got, Sin?
Well, it depends. With Sin, you're taking rogue level or barbarian level.
Rogue.
All right, so D8 for you as well.
Oh,
Rogu.
man.
Rogu on screen time.
Oh, this is depression. I would like to use
Same.
one of my hero points to reroll.
That's not a valid reroll for hero points, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would.
So does so how much HP? How much HP does Sin have?
Sin goes up to 53, I believe. Nadia's up to
11 at before.
48, and
we have this battle where we have HP battles every level, and I win again.
I leveled
Vandala last session, so I already took care of
that. But yeah,
Lavender, no.
I have 57.
Oh, you bitch.
you guys are now 6th level, and I will be sure to put the list of everything that entails in the Discord probably later tonight. If not, then tomorrow. I have tomorrow off, so I'll have all day.
Question. Is that floating dagger just kind of hovering around me still? Since no, there wasn't. It didn't say that there was a length of time for the spell, and I didn't ever actually grab it and throw it.
The hedging weapon, you mean?
Yeah.
So let's see here. That's weird. I'll look it up.
Because if not, I would absolutely love just to have a little dagger just kind of floating around my head.
Like instead of a familiar, it's dagger.
Yes, exactly. Because it technically also gives me a total deflection bonus to my AC, but it only disappears when I throw all my weapons. That's the only end thing, and I haven't thrown it. I was just using it as deflection, and no one ever made it through the door, so I didn't even need to defend myself, nor got mad enough and threw all my weapons, so I didn't even need it as a backup. So,
So
From
I added the
I don't know.
duration. The hedging weapon lasts for 5 minutes, based
Oh,
at
damn.
your level. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, it's still there for a bit, and then it disappears eventually.
I'm so glad. Is there any way to make it permanent?
Um,
I want a dagger pet.
I don't think so, but you know, it scales. It lasts for an extra minute every time you level up, so that's something at least.
Even if it's not an Umdura level, or only if it's an Umdura level.
Oh, true. That's right. So it only lasts for 1 minute. Yeah, I forgot it's an Enduro spell. Yeah, so
Yeah.
no, only Enduro levels. So 1 minute.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure. I was like, am I reading this right?
Yeah, no,
Remember, the
I've.
only end condition is herking it, which is totally fine by me.
Mhm,
And very reef-like, so...
that's true. Yeah, it is. But yeah. All right. So we've taken care of the problem with Lavender. You know, debunked all of her Vendra's claims that this liniment is going to save the world from Bloodveil. And surely this act of yours will save at least some lives, as there will no longer be a bunch of people who think they're cured and actually aren't, and going out and spreading the disease to other people. So good job on that.
Yay!
So next week we will continue our investigation of Bloodveil and hopefully make progress in the task of getting to the bottom of it and who's causing it and how it can be stopped. But until then, we will see you guys next Wednesday, same time, 7 p.m. I hope everybody has a good night and enjoy the start of fall.
Good night, everyone.